Just a quick audio check. Yeah, okay. I'm on the right mic. Beautiful stuff. Lovely jubbly. Yes. Okay. Everything looks good. Had to start it up. Glad Noki and Arg are in the chat right away, and Noki's got her popcorn to nom on. That is critically important. Friday night Ebbin. Oh, hey, we know these people now. It's the guy. I was attacked by an assassin, and he does hate humans. Might be something to remember. Our necromancer and his buddy, the duck, and what still looks like an alligator with like a hot pot or like a grill, like a hibachi, just cooking up some gooey kebab. Maybe a rat down there with him. Anyway, let's continue. So this is a fine pickle. I need to learn necromancy, both how to pronounce it and, specifically, speak with dead. I fucked up in learning how to do it, which means I need to burn a shard if I want to try again. Should probably heal, actually. It's 15:15, bar, well, I guess I have the key to the bar. Opens properly tonight to get my book back. I'd really like to have necromancy, speak with dead before I end the day. I don't know if it saved my healing. I can do a cheeky little heal, and then take like a short rest. Maybe it did take my short rest, because it doesn't have thaumaturgy up. Huzzah. Might have to expend a spell or two for healing. The food mechanic. Yeah, you get full. Well, you heal with short rests, and you get your spell slots back, so there you go. Healing with the highest, because I rolled advantage for it. Manned restore for 1 first level spell slot. Final Fantasy 14 news. Yes, a new expansion. I've seen people call it very Chrono Trigger heavy, which I'm psyched about. Love Chrono Trigger. I've also seen people refer to it as I was literally Orzammar, yeah, from Dragon Age. I was literally looking at a bunch of people I follow from Final Fantasy 14 creation. Yeah, we've got like a cool, looks like an underground, it does straight up look like Orzammar from Dragon Age, underground city. And hey, I'll take it. As long as it's not fucking techno sci-fi bullshit, Solution 9 sucks, okay? It's easily the worst part of the expansion. I'll take it. I will take it. Anyway, so, this friendly fellow. Ahem. Cleric! So loud. Yeah, that. I could try again. I have a +3. I have double advantage. So I need a 14 with double advantage. I would say that's doable, but we all know what I'm like. Can I up my int somehow? I could check that real fast. This is already giving me 2 int, and he's a bureaucrat, so I leave that on. I probably got something else for int. Your dex. The mace is con and wisdom. Charisma, strength, con, dex, strength. The rats! Con, dex. Maybe I can't up my wisdom. Strength. Or add intelligence. I lose 2 charisma, which is sacrilege as far as I'm concerned, but I do gain 1 intelligence. Does that help at all? No, it would put me at 13, which is still only a +3. 275 streak. Pocket watch ups it? Yeah, by, I guess the pocket watch and the helmet could put me at 14. That gives me an extra 1 to play with, so sure, why not? Yeah, now it's a +4 on my intelligence. All right. There we go. Yeah, so I'd like to try again. Now I need a 13 with double advantage, because it's +4. Let it ride! Alright. Totally fine. Totally fine. Think! The Demi-Lich believes himself to be your teacher here. He might be insane, but there is still knowledge to be had if you can decipher it. Hold out a hand. Tell me, as best as you can, the school of necromancy. How do I master it? Strings are strings. I like his voice. It's I suppose classic to do Skeletor for a skeleton, but you know. They are equal, but different. You must have seen them a lot, since you have them running through your flesh in the masses. I do. A string of necromancy becomes that when it intersects with negative energy. Thus it begins to look like flesh to me, for example. I have surely as many strings going through my existence as you do, except mine are necromantic. Yours are... Skull shakes his head a bit. Many others. How do you deal with strings, usually? When I attune to strings, I twist them. Ah, that's how you cast your organized spells, then. Necromancy is special because of that negative... Holy shit, Noki dropped a paragraph. So heads up for you or anyone who follows you in place where you post art and spoilers, going to be finishing and posting fan art that has major spoilers, so be careful out there while browsing. Alright, well. Thank you, Noki. Can you believe her? The audacity of her posting spoilers? Unbelievable. Twisting a necromantic string would hurt naturally if you are anything but not alive. A living necromancer learns to either manage the pain through mutilation, religious fervor, physical numbness, or they learn to cut the string. Cut? Everyone uses different terminology. You might have heard it called willing the string or mastering it. It is a step every spellcaster must go through to reach a higher tier of magic. They must learn to manipulate the string's shape. The shape of the string. Yes. But it doesn't have a shape. It's just a dot. The skull laughs mockingly. I mock you. Why do you think they call it a string, then, dumbass? It measures change over time. You might have grabbed and twisted your strings in the moment, but cutting a string means grabbing it independently from all its other parts, in the past and in the future. Don't twist it. Separate it from itself. Of course! The talk about mastering strings, it all makes sense now. The string goes through time. Manipulating it more closely requires it to be twisted only in the now, without other baggage. Tim immediately bonking me. Stick your hand out. Yes. Locate string near Bondival. A pale string. Yes! Twist it. You. Ah, shit. Open your eyes. That hurts. You twisted the string into a cure wound, you idiot. Hurt like a, what do you say, motherfucker. I failed. The skull laughs intensely. You did great, cleric, or should I say, necromancer. That was a cure wounds for sure, but a necromantic cure wounds. Instead of cure wounds cast through sissy abjuration or hardcore flesh-melding transmutation, you have managed to simply remove the negative energy and reach the same conclusion. Healing. You got honked at because you wouldn't turn into somebody who's turning towards you. Yeah, that'll happen. It's weird you're driving out in Maryland. Although, yes, it did hurt like all hell, since negative energy obviously is kind of my thing here as a glorious lich. Oh, so I mastered necromancy. An overstatement, perhaps, but you should be able to cast the one spell you're looking for, at least. Speak with dead. That's what I'm talking about. That's great. It would obviously be extremely useful for this case. Obviously. Aren't all healing spells D&D necromantic by default, not abjuration? Not necessarily. All of the revivify and raise dead spells are, sure, but like healing word isn't necromantic. Lay on hands isn't. Hell, some of them are features, not even spells. The skull nods. You want a spell scroll? That would be useful, yes. The skull widens its jaw, then coughs up a tiny spell scroll into the altar. Okay. You've earned it, my evil apprentice. As long as you use it for selfless goals, there's no evil in such magic. Probably. Lay on hands is a healing spell for paladin. Yeah. Glorious! Another tier of magic unlocked. Even if it's just third-level spell, this will surely lead to greater things in the future. If you had any other questions, go ahead. Speak with Dead is 5 questions, correct? Yes, indeed. Plus, the spell does not allow the spirit to learn anything new. It just literally animates a simile of the creature. It's an extraction tool, not a way to learn information. So if a person being targeted with Speak with Dead and then resurrects, that person will not remember the questions or the answers it gives? Not one bit. You know, it never occurred to me. Except, of course, there have been recorded instances of it happening. Rare, very rare. But only for creatures entangled so heavily in the strings of yore that their spirit itself grows tendrils, so to speak. Hey, remember at the beginning of the game when it was asking me questions? How many questions did it ask me? I'm still like 100% sure the twist is going to be I'm undead, and that's why I won't take my helmet off. And why I don't bleed when I get stabbed. Just wondering. Because I believe the game did start with it asking me questions. More than 5? Oh, alright, never mind then. The spirit itself grows tendrils, so to speak. A spirit lives entirely within the strings, then it theoretically could listen in on the Speak with Dead conversation. But that's entirely based on conjecture, along with some instances I've encountered during my necromantic studies. Nothing to base a worldview on, wouldn't you say? Interesting. Indeed. Good job on this. I can see you have an extreme talent for handling strings beyond what I've seen in many youngsters. I would love to watch you burn out on a battlefield among hags and legionaries. The skull lets out crazed laughter while spinning in the air. Anything else? Yeah, I'll be going now. Pleasure doing business with you. Immediately put my real helmet and my, you know, I'm gonna be honest, that ring that's supposed to, like, reduce damage, I haven't really been seeing its effects kicking off. It protects you somehow, dampens high damage. I've taken a lot of damage with this stupid ring. I'm just saying, man. Okay, let's see. Killed the skeleton. Is there anything I want to do in here before heading back up? What's that? Thousands of dead. Oh, yes. Cure wounds, deals damage to undead, as well as inflicts wounds. Deals damage to undead, while inflict wounds, heals them. That's... I don't know if that's a D&D thing. That's definitely a Final Fantasy thing. You can throw, like, a phoenix down at an undead, and it will just instantly kill them. Yeah, this was the bugbear woman who said go do something impressive. Right, and there were beware monsters that way. Beware of monsters, I did not go that way. Lots of statues suggesting a gorgon. Find something interesting upon its petrified surface. On the wizard? Figure stands before you, frozen in stone. Change the helmet. I put it back. Completely petrified. The arms are raised defensively, hands covering their face. A posture of pure terror. Basilisk victim. Ah, it's a basilisk, not a gorgon. Nasty way to go. Closer at the robes. Ornate robes with arcane embroidery. A wizard. The style is old. Decades, maybe longer. From the arcane eye, by the look of it. Examine the figure. Preserved every strand of hair. Petrification captures everything in the moment of death. Well, technically, petrification can be undone with, I believe, greater restoration. Maybe remove curse. Interesting. There's a rectangular shape pressed against their chest. A book, clutched beneath the robes, has been turned to stone along with the wielder. Try to see the book more closely. Peer between the folds in the fabric. One page is partially visible. Text upon is somewhat legible. Stone does not completely obscure ink if the presence was hard enough. Handwriting is cramped. Wizard's notes. Most of the page is obscured by angle in the stone, but one phrase stands out clearly. Written in bold at the top. Master Hagenshags, I will learn. A formal phrase, like a student's oath, or a passphrase. Hagenshags. Name of one of the great house of arcanists of Old Demenor. You commit it to memory. Interesting, I suppose. Hagen Shags. That mean anything to you? Master Hagen Shags? Helmed mankind. It's true, it's true. No, nothing new. Well, I'm not too keen on going into the trap-filled dungeons yet. I expect I'll have to at some point. I do remember... Wasn't there like a zombie mining for shit down there? It's a real I expect I'll have to at some point. This way that was? Yeah, it was this way. It's up here, I believe. Oh, crap. Was it this way? I want to say it was this way, but I am extremely cautious of these vaguish inkling on what that might do, but it's spoilers. All right, well then, yeah, keep it to yourself. Yeah, there's the trap I activated that one time. Was it this way then? Yeah, this is where, like, we got dumped out from the pipe. What is all this? A calendar. Yeah, interesting. Embedded on the altar, you see a circular stone calendar. Whoever worked the survey site in the past attempted to place its natural position. Reminds you of a copper calendar, but far older. Various glyphs on the surface denote not a language, but rather signals. Decipher the current day. No. It's no use, it's broken. Oh. Yes, it's a useless piece of technology if you feel worthy of such if you feel it's worthy of such a term. Alright, so this is clearly an old dig site. I could hop down. Yeah, I could hop down. Yeah, there's... Oh, you're not a zombie. What is your deal? Who is this guy? Well... Nothing ventured without, The circle is a hidden thing revealed by thaumaturgy. Check those out. Oh. Never mind, then. 50 inches. That's not that bad. 2 meters. That's my height. Yeah, whatever that means. It's not super high. That's as tall as me. This is not a difficult check. So if I click this... Consecrate it. Oh. Thanks, Noki. Thanks. Well, that was nice. I guess we did a good thing there with our natural one. I did heal, which was surprising. Anyway. Yeah, 2 meters. It's not super high. Better decks. There you go. Take a careful step on the stone, you begin your descent. Keeping balance. Yep. Dexterity instead of brute force. Wise choice. Feet fine purchase. Stable, controlled. You are at the bottom of the step. Gods, you're slow. Can we get a move on now? Yeah. Okay, that's to climb back up. Taking this. One goofy-looking cat. Oh, wow, they put Noki in the game. Hello. Well, let's behold this guy first. Axel Madsen. Oh, is this the guy she wanted to tell me to go fuck himself? Pff, awesome. We'll never know. He's literally unknowable. That was Gorm. Right, okay. Buried, beside the buried statue, you see someone up on a ledge. The grunts echoing down the chamber along with the sound of iron against stone. A dwarf down here. Hello up there. Ah. He's got the lobster on his shoulder. Nice. His smoldering eyes widen as he sees you. The lobster's name is Romulus? Hell yeah. Look, Romulus, we've got an official visiting. If that doesn't make us official, I don't know what will. Rust monster. What? Peeking out over the ledge. An orange monster's creeping about. Does this game just not know what a lobster is? A rust monster. It's a lobster. What do you... Is that a rust monster? Oh, yes, very correct, but no worries. He's very kind when he's fed. Ominous. What are you doing down here? Me? You know. A dwarf's gotta have a hobby. Puts down his tools and strikes a pose. Let me introduce myself. I'm Axel Madsen. A dark dwarf. Or as they prefer, underdwarf. Pleasure to meet you. I assume you're a Norvican cleric. Yes, don't complicate it. I'm a druid, more of an arcane, rogue. I'm the cleric. Yes. And you've got a goblin with you. That's a joke over the whole game, maybe. Hey, friend. Yeah, you're the dungeoneer looking for cats, right? Oh, wow, they did put no key in this game. Cats? More or less. Hope your lady wasn't too mad about my inquiry. I'd say annoyed is a better description, but it's fine. Just don't trespass anymore. Will do. Or won't, I mean. But I should correct you. I'm not a dungeoneer. More of a, bright smiley dressed the collar on his uniform. Well, I'm what you'd call a historian with ambition. As he says it, the orange bee sends an echoing hissing noise down the chamber. Exactly, Romulus. We're here on the expedition of grand proportions to find a legendary missing mine of Tulamon, the Tulin Cattle. Tulin Cattle? Yeah, Tulamon of Tulin Cattle. Those weird snail folk. Oh, yes. That sounds like a quest. Oh, yes, indeed. But just to be clear, I'm not sharing the spoils just like that. Fair enough, treasure is earned. So, here's the deal. I'm in trouble. His pet makes a loud belching noise. Right. Gives some monster a pat on his back. You want to help, friend? Help a stranger. That's how fools are robbed. I might if I have time. Might be a joke on giraffes being questing beasts. It could be an in-joke with the developers. They could just be having fun. Fair. You see, there are two strange ruins in this section of the city below the city. Points to the statue. Whitemane ruins. Before the dwarves and humans and even trolls, this place was ruled by cats. Are you sure it's not Tabaxi? The theory goes the snails of Tulin had an esoteric mine not far from the Pillar of Yore. The mines of Tulamon, a place of thick veins with endlessly growing amber and platinum. Or they decided to make rust monsters look like lobsters. The other lobsters still look like a coconut crab to me. It looks like a giant blue lobster to me. I'm just saying. Endless treasure. But the walking god of Whitemane, for whatever reason, sealed it shut at some point, according to legends. Sealed esoterically, probably, since we can't seem to locate it. How do you hide an entire mine? You'd be surprised. The city below the city is... what is it? 4 or 5 levels of sprawling tunnel and cavern? Here under Tolstar, it's the only area top level that's in any way accessible. Platinum doesn't grow and amber doesn't, technically. Clover, this is a game where I can talk to a seagull with magic. Like, get over it. There could easily be some crevice far down that no one, not even the city's greatest paladins, have gotten close to discovering. These ruling cats, they do mean tabaxi, not regular house cats. Tabaxi might be one of those that's trademarked. As far as I know, this is not a game supported by Wizards of the Coast or Dungeons & Dragons officially, which means all of the terms they use have to be non-copyright. So things like paladin, dwarf, halfling, goblin, those are all common enough and not copyright by Wizards of the Coast and Dungeons & Dragons. Tabaxi, I think they do strictly own, which is why they can't call them that. The deep places of the world hold many secrets. So there's an ancient snail folk and slightly less ancient cat folk who built calf stuff on top of the snail stuff. Exactly. So what's the problem? The problem is with this site. But I'm almost finished here, and I'm unable to gain access to the second Whitemane ruins. Because it's inside territory, and they're very unwilling to allow a dwarf like me to pass. Your lovely goblin friends have hired a brutish bugbear as a guard. Oh, her. But you're a cleric. If you can get access to the territory, then please head south. Through the damp, high caverns, there should be a white main ruin at the end, a shrine, probably marked with a bunch of feline symbols. That's a monster warning, though. It's towards the giant statue. Just look for big cats, essentially. What do you want me to do there? Leans over the edge. All I need you to do is tell me if you find a symbol of the sun or two blades. Either of those, and report back to me. If you're able, and if you have time. He sighs a deep, frustrated sigh. Wish I could do it myself. Darn goblins. No offense, he adds, giving your companion a nod. None taken. I really, really do not care. Sun or two blades. If I find the shrine, I'll investigate. Great, and good luck. Gives you a thumbs up. Well, seems like a cool guy. Can I interact with... Oh, no, they're together, so I can't speak with the animal on the thing. Ah, well. Unless I can. Wait a minute. Hold on. Nah, it won't let me. That's annoying. Never mind. Sorry. A lot of terms you listed existed before D&D, either from folklore or were actual jobs, difficult to copyright. Yeah. It came about when, well, the whole thing sort of started in the first edition of D&D. They had a bunch of terms that first showed up and were exclusive to Lord of the Rings, of all things. So the Tolkien estate sued Dungeons and Dragons, and they had to go through a whole process of either proving that the terms existed before Lord of the Rings, like orc, for example, or change the names of things. So yeah, there used to be hobbits in D&D. Not anymore. That's a Tolkien original, so that got thrown out real fast. But they were able to find instances of orcs being referenced as large, brutish creatures, so they were able to keep that one. Halflings now, yeah, exactly. But that's the thing, halfling wasn't unique to D&D either, so that one can't be copyright. Tabaxi, on the other hand. Yeah, we're leaving. What is this a gag like the ladder and the big step up? I have to assume that's a gag with the developer. Or it's like a really bizarre way to hide a loading screen. But like that area down there is so small. There's no reason that needs to be a loading screen. Do I want to keep exploring down here? Not really. I don't like caverns. I'm a little claustrophobic, and that translates very much in video games when I have to explore underground areas. Not a fan. Unless they're like big, sprawling underground areas like Orzammar and Dragon Age. Not my scene. So I'd rather not be here unless I have to. Assume they don't have animation. Oh, you know what? That could be it. It could be they just didn't want to animate the damn thing. It's a very, very real possibility. I guess I could look this way since I disarmed this trap, at least. One of the truly endemic creatures to D&D are beholders. Oh, yeah, that's like iconic D&D. They're plastered all over the D&D baseworks. Yeah, it's literally called Dungeons and Dragons, and they can't exactly copyright a dragon. I thought it was I thought that was disabled. Oh, did it reset because it's a new day? Oh boy. Again? Seriously? That's not a good click. Feel the pressure changing, a rushing wind. I didn't finish disabling it. Oh, that was like 3 streams ago. So, whoops. Might have even been 4. Feel a pressure changing, a rushing wind. Oh boy. Those wall holes opening up. Goblin behind you is in action. Okay, well, it's only an 8, and I've got advantage. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Aha! Maybe finish it so you don't do this a 3rd time. What do you mean? I would never. God damn it! Stop just walking in! Are you just crazy? Okay, fine. I'll keep it out. Yeah, good. Apparently Snell is Noki in this instance. Hey, dumbass, disable the trap. Okay. Oh, right, looks like I just clicked how do you... Traps like these are the least favorite part of my job. Thoughts on these paw prints? I feel like it would be very silly behavior to go around touching paw prints in the city below. But honestly, considering the strange traps I've heard, it wouldn't surprise me if this is some weird bullshit puzzle. I've had this conversation before. Could be something like we have to press both at the same time, and that somehow that deactivates the trap. It's worth a try, I suppose. What's the worst that could happen apart from being polymorphed into a rust monster or something? That won't happen. Being a man means taking risks. That would never happen to me. I'm too lucky. Wish I had your confidence. Also, I've seen how you play. No, you're not. They can't copyright any of the 3 words. Well, no. Of is right out. Of is... They can copy the 3 words together. They can't copy... Or why'd I say of? And is right out. They can copy the 3 words together. Dungeons and Dragons copyright. But that only applies insofar as, like, you can't name a game that. If you had a dungeon with a dragon in it, and a character said, I've had enough of Dungeons and Dragons, that wouldn't necessarily be referencing the game, so that would be fine. But yeah, they, that's the thing, though. No one knew what a beholder was when they released the game. Dungeons and Dragons, at least you have, you know, a notion of what that is. Get into position and look over your companions at the left paw. He reaches up to it after a moment of hesitation. Ew. Yeah, this is magical. You see him shiver at the realization. But nothing more than that, he says as he puts his whole weight into it. Try pressing yours. Just 2 fellas pressing the wall, 5 feet apart, because we're totally gay. And the wall is quite wide. Ominous hallway. Clunk. Nobody knew beholders because they were literally invented. Yeah, exactly. You can slap them on and people go, whoa, that's cool. But you can't really call your game that because word of mouth, no one knows what that is. Also, apparently Gary Gygax was, like, real problematic when making the game. So, hey, thanks for one of the greatest board games ever made and a pastime I spend every weekend I can with my friends playing. Kind of a shame you're a douche. A deep groan from the walls. That... Did it do something? The fuck is that ticking noise? Oh, good, that's in the game and I'm not having a stroke. Esoteric vibes. Your body tingles. A pressure change, something's happening. You peer into the hallway, you see something appear on the wall. Is that writing? The entrance whirling... I can't read that. Whirling mess of faint letters, stable shape. Entrad en party por baus. It's cat speech. You can't read that. What a sexy tongue. What? Why is there cat speech on the wall? Yeah, good question, but I can read this kind of. Impressive. Sure. Says the text and mumbles to himself. It says, enter as a pair. And be probed? Well, that can't be right. Not probed, proved. Like the Dwarvish prov. It's a trial. It's not probed, it's proved. Snaps his fingers. Yeah, that's it. It's a test. Enter the hallway in pair and be tested. I'm ready. What? Are you? Goblin takes a deep breath and clenches his fangs. Yeah, okay. On 3, 2, 1. Start walking. Hell yeah. 2, you step forward. We're in perfect sync. In hesitant unison. Stern, heart beating fast. How far are we going to... Shit, stop! A text. Both stop halfway, looking at the magical letter on the wall. Al son divino la puerta se abrirá. Oh, God. You can read it, right? It's not like you took formal lessons. I've just picked up a few words here and there. He's sweating, feeling dread growing in his heart. The clicking sound starts echoing in the hallway. At least early editions are primarily actual dungeon crawlers, with dungeons usually being... dragons usually being the BBEG. Later on, D&D moved to more generalist mechanics. Yeah. First edition D&D is rough and weird. Second edition is kind of like... It's the revised edition that, like, is the game everyone fell in love with. 3rd edition's a major improvement. 3.5, phenomenal, no complaints, gave us Pathfinder. We don't talk about 4th edition, and 5th edition is the one everyone plays to this day. Clicking sound starts to echo out into the hallway. Tick, 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 tick. Gods be damned. Okay, hold on, I got this. Tick. Al San Divino, that's divine song? Tick. Paradise door. Tick. Listen to the divine song and the door will open. Your doom is near. Okay, cool. Yeah, very cool. That's around the hallway. Ticking is kind of a song, a rhythm, at least. He's shaking. That ticking. Tick, tick. Oh, it's kind of catchy. You clearly supposed to move forward with rhythm to the song. Without knowing it innately, it would be incredibly difficult to follow it. Would it, eh? Okay, so this is interesting. Strength, my worst stat, is only a 10. Dex, my +1 is a 13. Charisma's the hardest, but I get a +6, so I really only need an 11. Which, I need a 12 for Dex, I want that on the record, and I also need a 12 for Intelligence. So even though it's the hardest DC, on paper, it's actually the easiest one for me at 11. It's all I need. So, let it ride! Shit! It's just rhythm, clearly. Listen to it. You have to. Cleric! I can do this. As you do, the ticking stops. I wish it would let me, if I wanted to burn a shard, re-roll without the failure. That would be so nice. Now, I understand that's probably not the point. I'm just saying it would be nice. That wasn't unbeat. That wasn't unbeat at all. Your companion holds his breath and stares at you. What? What did you just do? Don't think go. Run, Snell. Fuck me. God damn it. Give the goblin a quick glance and a panicked stare. Go. Run! Oh, fucking cool. Fire erupting. You're on the ebb of your seat. Yeah. Feels like an instant and forever. Okay, more damage. Yep, we're just getting cooked in this hallway. A pressure of heat hits you as a side. You pass through volcanic holes. Your companion, you completely lose your footing. You see the goblin overtake you and tumble. Yeah, okay. I'm still kicking. Please. I can't. In 3 dice rolls, I've gotten a 6, a 2, and a 6. No. The pain is too great. Yeah, I've noticed that. This will be your grave. Your ashen tomb. Fuck me. Well, I lived. And as usual, I'm exhausted. Keep running. Step by step, you move through the heat. Blinded by pain, you make it. You get out of the fiery hallway and see Snell rolling around the ground, tapping his jacket to put out the scorch ends. Cleric, you're burning! Yeah, I've noticed. Goblin helps you put the flames and you violently roll around on the ground. As soon as you're no longer lit up, the goblin jumps up looking for other threats, excuse me. Oh, shit. We're out. Oh, gods be good. We're out. The gods, hey, no they don't. The gods do not favor me. Cleric, look. Another line of shifting magical text appears. Passed libres por mandato celestial. It says we can pass liberally by celestial mandate. Hells yeah, we can. Feel terrible, feel awful, feel like shit, feel apocalyptically. Liberally? That sounds like Free Strider bullshit. Sounds like something I'd support. That's just Spanish. Quiet you. This isn't the time for politics, Snell. Or apolitically, not apocalyptically. First of all, I didn't write the text. I'm just making that clear. Secondly, I got it wrong. It's pass freely, I think. So I guess we can come and go as we please. Are you okay? Yes. Panlet's had a small laugh, type of laugh you only get after winning against impossible odds. I'll be honest, he mutters, slumping down on the ground a bit further. That was worse than mass torsion. I do not want to know what that is. An infamous spell that causes all testicles around to twist, turn, and clench. It's horrific. Yeah, that's horrific. What sick necromantic fuck who lost his gonads ages ago and forgot what a pussy feels like made that terrible spell? His old useless balls twitching in feverish glee as he casts it on hordes of unsuspecting men. I support war crimes in D&D. Depends on who's committing them. You think a woman invented it? Oh, I think it's someone who had... No, see, I think a woman would have too much respect for that. I think it's somebody who forgot what genitals feels like. I respect women too much to believe they made that. Now, a singular torsion, yes. I can believe women would create a spell that's a singular torsion. Mass? No. All languages are actual real-world language. Elvish is Finnish. Dwarven is Swedish. Celestial is Polish, or Polis. Catfolk is Spain's, etc. Cool. Is Common English, or am I reading too much into that? Goblin's gaze flits around the room, dancing from tile to tile. He is looking for more traps. Oh yeah, he wants to sit down. Finally, Snell seems to find himself at ease. He lets out an exasperated sigh. I need a goddamn breather. Yeah, same. Really, same. With a groan, the goblin notices it in his jacket and he brushes it off. This isn't exactly my first trap. Boy, the way I rolled it might as well have been. I needed an 11. That is, like, just under... It's 45%, all right? Now, obviously, the odds, strictly speaking, aren't in my favor. But, like, come on, man. A 6, a 2, and then a 6. On 3d20, I rolled 14 total. Come on. That's just... Ugh. That's brutal. But we usually hire third parties to disable them. So you're saying a bit of an expert on this stuff. Depends on who you compare me to. Around his pouch, Snell finds a tiny green sphere. Smacks it on the ground and begins to flutter up in the air. A sprite spirit. Ooh. Like LeBron James or what? Cool sprite. Thanks. Sadly, it's my last one. Oh no! LeBron, we need you! 15, not a 14. Well, 6 and 6 is 12, and 2 is 14, so... I don't know what math you're using. I'm using the one humans use. Sadly, this is my last one. I thought third rolled was a 3, not a 2. I rolled a 13 on the fourth one. But no, it was 6, 2, and 6. In that order, I believe. Any mods? No. Unless you mean in the stream, in which case, yes, plenty. The goblin leans back against the dungeon wall, making sure to check any trap mechanisms beforehand. Look, I work mainly in the upper and lower toll start. The sea below is not my responsibility, usually. So apologies if I don't have these magical shifting tunnels memorized like some veteran adventurer. Sea below is incredibly dangerous. I apologize for not manifesting divine intervention. Yes, well. Modless rolls. Yeah, well, if I'm gonna mod the rolls, that's not really in the spirit of the game, is it? Maybe on like a third playthrough you play where you just pass everything, but... The failure is what makes it interesting. I know for a fact Noki and Arg have played this game. What if they got through the trap no problem? What if they did bang the Sphinx? I'm showing new content, potentially. Damn right. See, Snow gets it. You've heard the city below change from time to time, but most people believe it to be a myth. The old guard used to deal with tunnels all the time, but since Earth's death, that work has been entirely relegated to 3 goblin tribes. Yes. I've never seen a tunnel shift. I thought shifting tunnels were a myth. Sadly, carts don't delve these days. Don't want to leave all the fun to you goblins. Haha. Not trying to describe this hellhole as fun. It was sarcasm, Snell. There's no adding modifiers to your rolls like in D&D. Oh, in this game, yes, there's plenty of modifiers. I rolled a 6 and I had a +5 modifier. So it totaled an 11. I needed a 17. But just for future reference, this place is real close to the garden, right? Sure. Wasn't here a couple months ago. Between the garden and the water lane sewers, I'm 100% sure that we've slanted a slanted hallway full of frozen spikes. Boarded them up as well as we could at the time. Are you saying this is exactly the same plot as Maze Runner? Everything makes sense now. It's just Maze Runner. Boarding up. That only lasted a couple hours. Hours? Yeah, it moved around. All this shit does. That's insane. I figured all the shifting calmed down after the conquest. It didn't. Oh, I mean... So the dice gods hate me. Oh yeah, in this game, 100%. From what I understand, your dead god and his paladins used to keep things clean. But nowadays, it's getting weirder by the day. But, hey, you're here now, so you can take on this esoteric bullshit, right? I don't know, man. I almost died in a hallway. Do well and I buy you a beer. Deal? Look shifty. I don't drink. Where's just yes? Sure. Wait, right now. You not allowed? Maybe a little one. A tiny glass of beer. It's not like they have a way to check, right? No, they do. They do? They scan us. They scan you? Detect poison and disease. They check us sometimes. Detect poison and disease? Ah, shit. I keep forgetting you're like an actual cleric. No alcohol at all, eh? A whole spiel. I don't like the taste. Oh, so you've tried it at least. You were 14 years old. They had lax security at the dance clubs in those days. Those were the days. I'm not a square, Snell. That wasn't my thing. It's not for everyone. But trust me, the city below is very esoteric. Not somewhat. It's also really fucked up, which explains why a beloved city would give up the property rights to a bunch of goblins, eh? He laughs. A sad laugh. These last couple of years, there's been more and more Rhodesian scholars go and delve in to study it. The old lady doesn't let them in on her turf, of course. Chasing them away is one of my many jobs. Politely, of course, I'm not some syndicate gangster. But the other tribes are more accepting. For a ton of coin, of course. Nice work with the trap. Give him a compliment. Don't mention it. Noki's eating this up. Is it the Snell world building and the lore that you're all about? The cat speech isn't the greatest, so I'm not sure what I expected. But we're alive, that's all that counts. He's a bit shaken up. Yeah, no kidding. As are you. Yeah, no kidding. Okay, by the way, no serious burns. I almost died. Be angsty. I will be vulnerable. I'm very good at abjuration magic. Abjuration? This scene has very good convo. I was hoping you'd catch this scene live. Oh, well, there you go. I take forever to get anywhere, and, so this scene happens even if you succeed the trap, I'm assuming? That's the Protect Tomato one, right? What? Yes, the old tomato reference guide. Oh, right. That. They use it in schools to teach differences between esoteric categories. You are hungry. Understandable. You're not a vegetable in a very long time. You know about the tomato cheat sheet? Everyone knows about the tomato cheat sheet. He looks proud. But wait, is all healing magic abjuration? Because that is the one that protects, right? A shield is protection, but healing sounds more post-protection thing. It's a bit more complicated than that. The esoteric can be malleable, after all. Prepare to lecture. I'm not going to lecture the guy at this moment. Interesting. Well, learned something new today. How lovely. Tell me about Sage Leaf. What's there to say? Is she single? I know. I only like buff women canonically because I'm a loser. She did the impossible, actually, uniting the rowdy halfways tribes. Before her, we were close to being kicked out of the city. Really? Damn right. That was before my time, of course. We had problems with our old council structure. He leans in and whispers to you. The council didn't get along. Nod. Yes. She have a consort. I'm guessing you enjoy working for her. How long you've been working? You enjoy working for her, then? I do, cleric. It's good. She have a consort of some kind. Why are you interested? A defensive laugh. No! Are you? He stops laughing. No! Oh, Snell. Same, brother. Cleric, I'm devoted in my service. Lady Sageleaf is one of the greatest goblins who's ever lived. She has no need for consorts. Neither do you. Ow! He's idolizing her. He clearly sees her more as a god than a master. Also, he's clearly got the hots for her. Yes, well. How long you been working for? I mean, Snell has great taste in women. Just look at him. Goblin mutters to himself and looks off in the distance. Damn, guess it's been almost 10 years? I've only been a cleric for... Pause, he raises his eyebrow. My Earthguard training was 3 years, and I've been at the towers for 5. There you go. Chuckles and stretches. Time takes us all. I'm not going to call her a dictator. That seems rude. What do you think about the old lady? Let's see, to be honest or to be flattering? The goblin probably doesn't care too much of your opinion, but it could be used against you. Appears to be a great leader. Seems to like a bit of... Seems to be a pain in the buttocks. No strong opinions, nor do you have anything. She's a good leader. And what do you really think? No, I admire her strength. She seems great. Huh, alright, didn't expect that. Well, my tall toke tend to view her in that light, as I'm sure you can imagine. Sure. She can have that effect on people. What's up? I'm just longing for the goblin I can't romance. For some strange reason, tall folk don't tend to enjoy being talked down to by goblins nor women. I can't wrap my head around that. Especially goblin women. I have never been more far removed from understanding a point of view than that right there. Completely cannot comprehend that. Wildly beyond, like, does not compute at all. No part of, especially goblin women, makes sense in my head. Like, refuse. That's like if you looked out at the bright noon sky and went, wow, it's dark out. It's like, what? What do you mean? How? In what universe? How's the game? Frustrating, but largely good. Look, it doesn't really matter, but as an elder in the tribe, I can tell you as a representative of the city, Lady Sageleaf is a force of good in Norfolk. I can promise you that. Hey, my wife's home. Hello, wife. How is your work outing? Your hour of happiness? The non-human folk of Norvik are in many ways oppressed by state and dominant culture, but the goblins have always been the most affected, ever since that horrible genocide. Yeah, as opposed to those non-horrible genocides, wisdom. Thanks. It's a war. Reconquest of fallen land. Shut up. It's a war against divine god is not war. It is a one-sided extermination. Got free pizza and beer? Nice. Played pinball? Nice. Love pinball. A war against a divine god is not war. It is a one-sided extermination. Final Fantasy 14 on the Switch too. That makes sense. Nintendo, Japan, Final Fantasy, Square Enix. It'll probably not run super great, but you know, cool that it's there, I guess. Sorry, this sentence is extremely relevant to my current D&D campaign. That's why I was pausing on it. Totally just by coincidence, obviously. The goblins did not have to fight. They could have surrendered like the 3 other tribes did. Wow, so strength's an asshole. 3 tribes who were stripped of their culture, their land, and languages. They were given a new home. Gee. They were forced. It was them or us. It was them or us. This is what you tell yourself at night. Yeah, this is why you're my worst stat, strength. So what is your job? I'm a runner, a handler of the hooped. So you're a sexy rogue like me. What's that a painful groan? First of all, no, I am not. Secondly, no, you are not. I do a ton of stuff, okay? I run errands for the old lady. Anything she needs. I also make sure our operations run smoothly. Everything from the apartment rentals to CBS. That's shorthand for a city below security. Anything the old lady needs, I do. You don't fight monsters? If that's what moon gores are for, and the old lady's other enforcers. My job mostly consists of talk to people, cleric, like we're doing right now. A lot of talking, a lot of running around. Exactly what we're doing right now, just without the light dungeoneering. Alright, let's move on. Say what? It's good to see this. Oh. Positive interaction imminent. It's good to see a goblin just saying, oh, yeah. Hey, don't be a dick about it. The city and the goblins working together at last. It's good to see someone honoring his duty. It's refreshing. I'm all about working together. Your companion allows the echo of your words to die further down the hallway, then a faint smile on his face. Nailed it. You ever meet him? Him? Con got it. Strength didn't. Snail, Sageleaf, Cleric, Thruckle. But what about the Halfling Merchant and Rick's Biter? Clover, you're and the Sphinx? God, how quickly she forgets. Possibly, I can't tell if she's forgetting about all the people in this game or just what a whore I am. But clearly she's forgotten something. Have a whole polycule if you want. Oh, thank you, I will. Listen, if the Sphinx is there, I feel like a lot of people are gonna agree. Who? Earth. Oh, how interesting to see him broach such a subject. Well, I mean, I talked about it with the angel, so... Earth faded before I was born. It's mostly Snell and Snage. We say, yeah, I would be third wheeling from hell. My best odds are with Rick's Biter, but my guy's too fucking square for that. Huh. First generation post-Earth, eh? It's for the best, never meet your heroes. We guard the idea of Earth, who will continue its duty. Yeah, it really sucks. Goblin leans back against the wall, glancing up at the ceiling. I always hated Earth. Excuse me. That's an odd thing to say to a cleric. I always hated your god. What? I grew up being told to be grateful. But let me ask you this, cleric. If you were the last of your kind, one of maybe 8,000 or 9,000 humans left in the world, and you were told to be grateful to be alive just because the same monsters that destroyed your entire culture decided to let you live for some reason, would you be grateful? He speaks of the goblin genocide. Yeah, I gathered that. Grateful and move on. Many humans left. There aren't many humans left in the world either, Snell. If not what he's asking, jackass. Yeah, greatest mistake. It's at a mocking laugh. It's good to know our current predicament was due to a mistake. Thanks for clearing that up. Well. Yeah, I'm not sure that makes it better. I could hit him with there aren't many humans left in the world either. But then, you know, is that because of genocide or, like, other circumstances? I guess I just have to say grateful and move on. Goblin stares at you. He's expecting nothing good to come out of your mouth. You can be grateful if you're allowed to live. Maybe I'm just, like, contemplating that, and that's not my answer, like, because it's... Oh, well, they're all in quotes, aren't they? Yeah. Grateful. That could be me just contemplating it. If you're allowed to live, it was probably because you did something the dead ones didn't. The goblin wants you to tell him that you'd share his anger, obviously. If your people fell, then they did not have the power to live. It's as simple as that. I would be grateful. I'd hate the monsters destroying my people. I'd be confused. I'd be careful. I don't know what I'd feel. It would be a death of the soul. I don't care. This is something for goblins to think about, not man. Whoo! I love Sageleaf and Snell loves Sageleaf. Yeah, that's all fair. Listen, if that's what's offered, I'm not going to say no. But I'm just saying, we can't immediately carve that option into stone and ignore all the other options. There's a Sphinx, for God's sakes. Most humans died and then I was arbitrarily allowed to live. Yeah, I'd probably hate that guy, if I'm being honest. Whore? Yeah, been over this, God. His stern expression drops. Who wouldn't? Snow clicks his tongue and gets up. Every goblin asks themselves that question. To be a cran or to not be a cran? We all got different answers. What we do when the past is erased. He groans and shakes his legs. Must have fallen asleep from sitting on the floor. Yeah, been there. Some focus on building something, culturally or politically. Some try and get rich in this new free strider world. Some of us, Voice trails off and stares back at the fiery hallway. You hate Earth. Goblin nods. A little bit of hate, yeah. But afterwards, I only do one thing, cleric. Your job, yeah. I serve Lady Sage Leaf. Snell turns back to you, his expression calm and collected. That's enough for me. Could have gone worse. But yeah, probably smart not to talk genocide with the guy whose entire culture is erased 50 years ago? Ooh. Wait, oh shit, it's literally the 50-year anniversary this year. That's crazy! Don't mention that or any of this again. He'll probably be happiest if you just listen and take it like a good little Asgalist or something. Right. Panny looks at you for a while. His yellow eyes seem to behold you speaking another answer. This one's on me. What? It's short rest. It's on me. Take a breather with Snell after the hallway trap. Oh, nice. Lovely. Sprite light fizzles out. It's good to go now. I'm good to go now. Okay. Well, let's see if I can't eat some food. Oh, thank God. Too full. Where's my stomach? Oh, is it this orange bar next to my thing? Is that my stomach? Health is... Okay, 20 of 21 is fine. I can live with 20 of 21. Something's off here. Oh, great. I am curious what's down here. And then I have to go and chat with a corpse. Do you get canes even though it take 5 million years to get there? I wonder what's off here. There isn't like another burger, or canes isn't burgers. There isn't like other food you can get that would arrive sooner. Whatever's here, the game doesn't want me. You can't eat if it would take you over the max HP. You're missing 1. Oh, okay. I see. There is... Like, canes is good, don't get me wrong, but... The area's dark and I need light. Oh. Fiddled sticks. I got a torch. Advantage against elves. 2 charisma, 1 wisdom. Well, it boosts my charisma, which is always nice if I want to seduce a hot sphinx lady. 1 HP. Yum yum. I haven't got any torch sort of option. That's annoying. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Maybe there's a torch in there. That looks like some supplies, eh? Oh, and it's bright down here. Nice. The sewers! Apples! I don't need more apples. There's a cantrip for a light bulb you can learn. Dancing something. Oh, is it just dancing lights? What is this? Potion of healing among the empty bottles. Would it be stealing to take it? Ooh. It would not be. Nice. Is this where I washed up? Wouldn't shock me if it was. Oh, I can't. I thought these were something I could interact with. I can't interact with that. Although, interestingly, if I click over here, he does get to walk in. So what have we here? These are the sewers below, the water lane. Okay. A grill? Whooped crates and esoteric stove. At the end of the sewer path, you encounter a stove. Around it sit some crates with what looks like a ragged bedroll. It's a camp. Who camps in the sewers? Got ourselves a big sewer rat, big enough to cook and camp. Goblin looks around in the dark. I don't like this one bit. Is it normal to camp in a place like this? No, cleric. Norvik sewers are notoriously dangerous. No sane person would rest here or survive. Feel the stove. Yeah, is it hot? It's not entirely cold. Recent, eh? Recent enough. Why these crates? Leaning in, you see symbols hatched in the corners of some wood. Whooped. Huh. Goblin inspects them as well. I've had shipments gone missing in water lanes in periods. Now I know where they end up. Spices. You've been at the place where you could get dancing lights, so chime up if you want aid on how to get them. No! I will live and die and fail and succeed by my own 2 feet. Thank you very much. Potatoes. It's food crates. Food. Just food. Over time, it's been a lot. Yes, these crates hold food. Why food? Probably for the camping, dumbass. Glance around reveals most are empty. Whoever is down here is clearly siphoning off resources from the Halfway Bridge tribe. Why food in the sewer? A foolish question. Obviously, this is a hideout of some kind. I'm trying to nail this thief for a while. Figured it was some organized thing. Considering the size of this hole, it's got to be. You never thought to check the sewers? Of course not! It's not even connected to water lane, except for the water flow, and that's... He stops and squints at the water. Those motherfuckers! You see what they're doing? I have a feeling you're going to tell me. They've been dumping crates into the water flow, then catching them down here. Probably with a net or something. Someone glances around the tunnel. Diabolical. I'd be impressed if it wasn't my job to keep track of this shit. A hunter. So what do you propose? Should we keep guard and see if they come back? Possibly. We could also go get backup. I know we're on this tea shop mission, but quest. What? The tea shop? Oh, tea shop quest. Right. Anyway, it's kind of a big deal for the halfways. They say would be happy to finally have this thorn cut down. Oh, we should go get backup then. Yeah, probably for the best. I somehow have a feeling that whatever's eating all this won't be too happy about us finding the stash. Ah, fuck. That guy is armed, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, Snell? Whole thing's creeping me out. You're telling me. You've heard the phrase before. Don't comment on it. Look at the goblin like a newborn bird. Just leave. I'm not gonna stop you. Who likes being in the sewers? I don't. Me neither. Anyway, right behind you! You want to do something? Can I shield it? What is this? I'm gonna shield of faith for no reason. Can't think why. Is that bark skin? Resistance to all damage. Ooh, good stuff. That overrides shield of faith. Fuck me in the ass. I'm at full health. I've got bark skin set up. All damage halved. Great. Why food? You know, I've been asking myself that very question. Never figure it out. But look. Goblin shoves it. Why can't I interact at all when Constitution knows he's right there? Revealing the empty side. Maybe they're a colony of sewer folks. We got mega monsters. Could be they're shipping it someplace else. Doesn't look like it. Whatever they're doing, it's being eaten here. The goblin shudders. Your very flesh! Companion gasps as he glances back. About fucking time! Watches his entire body suddenly leave his corporeal... His entire being leaves his corporeal body. Or he's not a goblin, but a ghost. Hey, Kraid. It's Kraid. Kraid hungers. Turn around! The goblin's already on the move, his sling loaded and spinning and aiming. To see hunts come to Kraid. How good. Scramble to get ready. You watch a hulking mass of flesh and wet scales rising from the shadows of the sewers. It towers over you, its gaping maw widening into what could be constructed as a mocking smirk. Okay. I'll take a 13. All right, I'm going first. Earth bless your soul. What? You bow down before it's too late. What? You are food. Ah, there's not much time. But if there's any chance to de-escalate now. Throw a punch. I'm exhausted. Yeah, about that. I'm not gonna bow down. That seems like an idiot thing to say and do. I mean, he's eating spices and potatoes, right? So, like, maybe he's not a carnivore? Maybe? He's got rats chilling all around him, right? We've come to bargain? There's he with cold, blank eyes, yet it does not strike. Soulless, predatory, the beast who developed consciousness but lives without care for others. Fascinating. The goblin hesitates. Inches away, the croc creature makes a deep growling sound. It sounds annoyed. No hunt, no struggle. Ah! A frustrated shriek. Fight! Struggle like rabbit! Gives you a shove with his claw. Ah, he's looking for a fight. Goblin sends you a quick glance between the two of you. Unsure if you should strike again. No, I don't want to. Ugh, Kraid is bored. You are cleric, no? The goblin takes a deep breath and hisses at you under his breath. Do not push your luck. I am the cleric, yes. Croco Beast's tail whips around, sending dust in your face. You speak and people hear cleric. Yeah. Do not be troubled. And Kraid will... Do not be trouble, and Kraid will not be trouble. The beast lumbers over the encampment. You will come on taking heavy breaths. I mean, you would think carnivore based on everything, right? But he's got pet rats he's clearly not eating. And all we found in the crates were like spices and potatoes. So, maybe. Snell leans on his knees. He appears to be shaking. Adrenaline running out. Weak knees, dizzy skull. Kraid sits down on a crate in front of a little stovetop. Hunt is done for daytime. Now is rest and cooking. What in the world have you stumbled on here? So, any chance you like mice? Because I got plenty of them. I'll take that. Barbarian. Crocolisk folk. Mad flesh-eating beast of yore from the swamps of Hazy. Why he hasn't eaten you yet, you don't know. A masterful chef. His passion for cooking. Fried, stewed, pickled, boiled. Kraid knows all, and his palate is expansive. You included. Okay, so he's definitely at least an omnivore. Might be a carnivore. Hulking Beast looks at you with deep hunger. Okay, I did lose 1 health from him shoving me. Turns out Shield of Faith... Well, actually, I took 2 damage, so it would have been the same as Barkskin. But, you know, I'd rather have Barkskin up at full health than Shield of Faith. The hulking beast looks at you with deep hunger. Your gut biome quivers. Kraid, greet human. Yeah, I found this rat. Show him the white rat. Those rats seem to like you. Yes. Rat is little thing, which I remember from home. Big rat. Those were great friends. You had big rats from where you're from? Let's out a happy growl. Big mushy swamp rat, the gayest of little rodents. I hunt as little, then as big. I follow, and I learn. Big rat is great hunter. Little rat has much to learn, but they will. They will. That's great. Turns you and whispers, let's not get too friendly with the rat-loving killer croc. I found this rat. Monster stares at you as you hold up the white rat. Kraid sees that. There are 5 of them. They make a lot of noise when they come around. Guess I have to find all 5 rats. But why? It's a quest. Who gave it to you? I'm not sure. Then you probably should reconsider before you're handing out rat hunting mission. Since nobody has promised you any pay for it. So yeah, think about it. I don't know, man. I've already got 3 rats. I only need 2 more. Have you seen a man in yellow? Kraid has seen this, yes. Oh, you have? Yes. Kraid saw a human in yellow go past. Kraid meant to eat such fancy human, but this human was fast and turned invisible before Kraid could approach. Kraid heard fancy yellow human speak to self while walking past. Human said, "Where is this damn secret passage again?" Ah, what could that mean? I wonder. Where? Kraid does not know. Oh, thanks. Makes no expression at all because it's always smirking. Fair enough. So what do you hunt? Many things. Crave, dive, and stalk. There's wild land below, far, deep, dark. Find anything good down there? But not above here, right? You stay out of the city? Yes. Kraid hunts in wilds. Urban sprawl is too easy. When Kraid has mission, the hunt begins. Mission? Kray say nothing. Goblin leans forward. Don't. Find anything good down there? Yes. Don't forget the telepathic ant. You can access the drop-off point from these here dungeons. Yeah, I figured he's somewhere down here. I do not remember where the drop-off point is. I need to have a word with him, and I've been meaning to. But yeah, I know about him. Kraid take many trophy. From big chicken to little drake. And those many, many teeth and eye. Most are not tasty. Some very. Glance at your companion. You. Goblin does a comically loud gulp. Tries to play it off. Nice. Little green man, you are not tasty and not even fun to hunt. But you look spicy. He holds up a hand and stirred face. I can assure you, I am not. Lets out an amused growl. Good to know. So you're a chef, eh? Yes. Cleric is hungry. Kraid offer. Slog dog. Strange sausage-shaped meat piece. Slog dog. Slog dog. A sausage made from gamey meat scraps. Classic among hunters across the coast. Oh. Slog dog? Slog dog. It is slog dog, yes. Want slog dog? I'm good. He's never been gooder. Mystery meat could contain anything. Beware. Inspect the meat first. Spend a few seconds looking it over. Some signs of aberration meat mixed in with more traditional Ascani fauna. You need around the more poisonous flesh. What's in it? Meat. I can tell. I see. Let it ride! Fuck. Come on, man. Wait, let me pass the fun ones. Or the ones that aren't, like hazardous to my health. Let me pass those. You wrap your glove hand around the sausage with a firm grip. The smell hits you first. A foul stench turns your stomach. You don't chew, you only swallow. Before you do, your body begins to shake. It is coming back up. Stop eating the slog dog. Kraid C. Cleric does not stomach. Lips out a deep laugh. Not sure what you expected. Maybe later. Growls and eats himself. More slog dog for Kraid. So what are we doing about these crates, Snell? Honestly, it's not a good idea to start shit here. The whole stolen shipments thing is an issue, but the halfways do not have the resources to deal with this solid unit of a beast right now. What if I ask him to stop? Goblin gives you a surprisingly neutral expression. Politely. Very politely. Go ahead, play high-risk alligator picker, why not? Alligator Picker, a children's game where you get your fingers pricked by makeshift alligator mouth if you press the wrong tooth. Ah, it's crazy. I wonder what that could possibly be. A rare toy these days, the last factory producing in Blood City Bay shut down due to an above-board amount of haunted copies being sold across the coast. An above-board amount of haunted copies? What's the board-approved amount of haunted copies of the fucking Gator Tooth game? I'm hoping it's 0. Anyway, persuasive argument. I literally need a 3. Game, that's a 90%. If I get a 1 or a 2, you're fucking me. That's literally all I need. Game. I suppose I should be grateful. I need a sobering drink. Game's trolling me? Yeah. I gathered. Let me chase that real quick. Ahem. You're battling against a hungry beast here. Not just that, you're also facing what could only be described as a connoisseur. You're kidding. Not this time. You need to offer a bargain, some better, nicer cooking supplies than the average stock. Ah, you mean, oh yes, you mean, Kraid, I wish to inform you, you're getting subpar goods here. Subpar? These crates, they're all from the Halfway Bridge tribe. If you're looking for better goods, I would strongly suggest focusing on another target. The beast leans in and glares at you. Kraid wish to know, where would better goods be found? Tell them about the dwarven vessels. They won't miss a few crates. As bad as stealing, the ones who will miss it the least are freestriders. The freestriders. Oh, the city officials, though. Go through bottom view, the other side of Waterwayne. Yeah, not the dwarven guys. I'm not gonna throw them under the bus. If I'm passing out the flyers for the freestriders, I might as well, a little tit for tat. Ahem. They have better, fresher goods and more exotic stuff, too. You'll definitely want to focus on them instead of these cheap goblin crates. Maybe Kraid will. The supplies is getting stale. Turns back to the stove with a deep snicker. Nice job. That's probably as much as we could have hoped for. Redirection! Alright, well. Okay. I don't know what I can do, if anything, with those jugs. They're just there. I can't do anything with them. Well, if I find 2 more rats, I'm going to come back to this guy. What's this? So much food. Oh, yeah, also, Psychic Ant. Yo. Down to the Iron Coast. Who are you voting for in the election? You need to head down the Undercoast path. That's where you'll be able to drop me off. Is that down this way? Nickname for the Undersea Coast. I mean, this is... Is the ant gonna chime in when I can let him go, or is there like a specific thing I have to interact with to drop the ant off? The ant will chime in? Oh, okay. Back in the dark tunnels. Okay, hold on. I was like, I want to see where this goes, but like he's passing by too much other stuff. Oh, well, that's a trap. Hold on. Massive statue of a minotaur. I'm going to stand over here. No! Idiot. Doors close behind you. Pan lets out an audible gulp. Brzdasheni patiosani solvistis. Sorry? Words change tone and intensity, mimicking your own way of speech. 2 have stepped into the 5th chamber of trials. 5th? Fuck. I skipped like 4? This will be your final and most mounting challenge yet, O champions of the host. Fuck. If outside again you wish to see answer me these questions 3, the answer of which I shall judge fairly upon thine soul. Who will take the first step? Well, I got us in here. Damn it, why'd you pick the scary red light cow room? Don't think you missed any such thing. Well, it did say it was the 5th trial room. As far as I know, I haven't done any fucking trials. Unless you count the fire chamber. What happens if I get an answer wrong? You will be cast into eternal peril. Do I have to answer all 5 questions correctly? 3 questions. Okay, this is just Monty Python. 3 questions. Do I have to answer all of them correctly? Answer me questions 3, the answers of which I shall judge fairly upon thine soul. You're a sentient type of trial guardian, or you more the magic mouth type? Who will take the first step? Okay, so it's magic mouth. Statue obviously has magic mouth spell cast on it. It's programmed to react to certain things of inquiries in the speaker's original tongue. Do not think about it too much. Answer the questions in a straight manner. We'll do just fine with this barbaric setup. Ask me your questions, Guardian. I'm not afraid. First question. If it's what is your name? Yep. This is just Monty Python. Oh, the 5th dungeon. It's okay. I see. It was quite the coincidence. It's like, this is your final and most difficult. And it's like, we haven't been to the other 4, but it shifts around, so you just missed the other 4. That is kind of funny. Deja vu. Not this again. My name is... The light intensifies. Seirogn. It would be funny if I said something completely unexpected here and turned out to be the correct answer. I don't want to listen with my luck. I'm gonna say Rogn. Like, blinds you for a moment, you feel the chamber shake. What is your quest? Solve the mystery of the tea shop that blew up. Again, the eyes of the cow glare into a fiery beam. What is your greatest fear? Alright, you don't actually need to list my real-life streamer's greatest fear. It's that in tight spaces. Like this fucking room I'm in. Turns to your companion. The chosen will be you. What now? Snell response gives a shocked scoff. That's easy. You can sense the relief pass over him. Oh no, he's Sir Robin. Oh no, no! We remember how it ended for every other person that did it. That was pretty stupid, all that build up for nothing. Name quest and then a ridiculously difficult question like the capital of Syria, which is Nineveh, obviously. African or European. That was pretty stupid, all that build up for nothing. At least the cow knows how to put on a show. Goblin stands straight facing the light. Go ahead, Guardian, ask your question. Name. Snail. Enunciates it perfectly. Okay, what is your quest? My quest is... I'm gonna... He should know, right? Yeah. To serve Lady Sageleaf. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Nothing bad yet. Looks confident. What is the scholarly definition of numinism? His face drops. Panic! What is the scholarly definition of numinism? That depends. Arcane... Oh, for fuck's sakes! For fuck's sakes! Arcane era scholarly definition or divine era scholarly definition? If you had gotten the question, you probably would have been short-circuited that magic mouth. I went first, so fucking goddamn it. Son of a bitch. Monty Python ass. Yeah. A not even trying to be subtle Monty Python question. Or reference, rather. These guys are old. Arcane? The governmental rule of divine dictatorship. It's quite terrible. Attempt to show Snell what numerism means? His eyes fixed on you as you hold up your hands. Oh, God. Pretend to pray and pretend big, strong earth and pretend to show people. Congregate into a cultural unit underneath God King during the divine era. I'll get your tyrannical madman with a big stick and pretend to use a mind. Sure. Yeah, that'll get him. His eyes are full of panic. You spend precious seconds waving your hands around. Just to be clear, your miming here is on point. His panic overwhelms him. He is unable to even begin to focus in your attempt to communicate. Unfortunately, opens his mouth to speak, still staring at you dumbfounded. What the fuck are you doing? Cool. Oh. I see a spike. Scramble to grab anything. No! Microseconds, that's what you've got. Somehow, you manage to stretch out, sprawl out with your hands landing on rough stone and your feet. Well, let's just say... Great. You're in a bit of a shitty position right now. Snell is us standing on top of me. I see. Do not move! Let's relax. I'm sure there's a way to solve this. Yeah, good. Keep holding. I'm going to step down your lower back. If your feet slip an inch. Whoa! Shit! Entire body's quaking. Cannot hold this for long. Okay, new plan. Cast spider climb. I don't have spider climb! You have spider climb? Why would I have spider climb? I don't know. Why would you? And I actually can't think of a single useful situation for it. You used to have spider climb in the book before the river. Yeah, about that. Alas, you'll have to do this the brutish way. You're going to die here. Hold out. Let him climb off. Wait, if you fail at holding on, won't that kill you right away? You will. Hold on. Oh, boy. That'll probably make it worse, right? This is... Oh, I'm exhausted, of course. Hey, game. Hey, game. I need an 8. That's all I need. An 8. Odds are in my favor. I hate it here. I fucking hate it here. I hate this. What is with this fucking night? Fuck me. I don't know if I've rolled, like, I have rolled over like a 10. Yeah, I've gotten like 19s and shit on fucking do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight. Bullshit ass things. Right, okay, careful. Shifts his weight to one side. My foot slips. Careful. I'm trying! Takes another step. Your right hand loses its grip. One terrible moment, feel yourself falling. Try to climb off. I got this. You don't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm alive. Lunges for the edge as your body drops. Iron, cold iron everywhere. Spikes at an angle. Your armor taking most of the impact, but not all. Cleric! Brother, I am pinned here. You then feel something pulling. I got ya. Many agonizing seconds later, the goblin manages to fish you out of the combination of his sling, parts of his shirt, and creative profanity. The voice starts up again as you do. You have braved the pit of wrong answers. Creative name. Wobbly but firm, you stand. Step forth and claim your prize, the plundered eye. I hate this place so much. Again, just to reiterate, this place is somewhat dangerous. Divine rule. I could be mad at him, but also, that was a bullshit question. Agreed. Not that it's that much of a surprise. Esoteric bullshit. That's the thing. Talking statues tend to be filled with esoteric bullshit. Who'd have thought? That was now entirely silent, and you hear a esoteric boom coming from the drawer beneath his legs. Awesome. Let's see what kind of bling the cow's hiding. I'm gonna heal first. -3 charisma. Awesome. What a cool thing. 2d4 plus 4. Oh, am I at mostly max health? Yeah, I'm at 21, actually. Alright. We have an incense bowl. It's not bad. And Jacinth. Cool. Well, that hurt. And that looks like a trapped room. This looks like the secret passage they were talking about. Before you stands an iron door. A 5-pointed star has been etched deep into the metal. Esoteric energy emanates from the surface. A faint hum vibrates in the iron. That's a fancy door. Any ideas, Snell? And about your fancy mystery dungeon door? Crosses arms and stares at. Not really my area of expertise, cleric. But I bet you need some kind of password or spell. Or, you know, Mime's breaking something with his fist. Subtle. But yeah, it could work. Right, so smash it. Perhaps think for a bit. Any chance I can say Master Hagginson I will learn? Oh. Cool. Sound echoes throughout the hallway. Everyone heard that. Inside, a faint light emanating from within. Soft, almost invisible. Well, after you, cleric. He's not going first, that's for sure. No, after all, the last time I went first, I got skewered because of you. And your lack of knowledge on esoteric bullshit. Time to find out. You know, I'm just gonna save for no reason. Crikey. Oh. Crikey. There you go. Okay. Well, we found a hideout. The light here is not real. How strange. A monster manual, but most of the pages are ruined. Many ruined magical scrolls. Only one appears intact. Well, yoink. Dancing light. Hey! And Noki said I'd been there already. I bet that's the only one in the game, and she's just full of bull. Don't correct me. Ahem. The Spanish Inquisition, no one expects it. I don't know, man. That was pretty not subtle. You hear the wind outside. An illusion, surely. Not a That's what a mimic would say. You stare at the sign. Companion joins you staring as well. It does indeed say, not a mimic. I'm assuming it's a mimic, then. The sign appears to point towards that, yes. However, the whole area is clearly esoteric in nature, so beware. Touch the sign. Touch the sign? One of your goblin buddies put this up? My goblin buddies? He's not enjoyed the tone of that phrase. The Gobros? The Gobros? Yeah, you know, the Gobros! Also could have gotten it from the first room in the game if you eat a bunch of apples from the pile. Oh! Neat. Dancing light's the first spell you learned. You people eating all the damn apples. Would it be rude if I said the Gobros or the Gobros? Or is that like a slur? Fuck it. The what now? The Grub Gobs. Where's you? The Gobbuds. No, cleric. I can guarantee no one from the halfways put up this sign. Touch the sign? Huh? Why do I feel like I could touch the sign? It's but one possibility of many, but should I touch it? Perhaps you should think about it first. Think about it a lot. Touch the sign. Second, your gloved hand touches the sign, you realize something is off, mainly because it's soft. And then... oh, the sign's a mimic. Well, that's just deceptive. Ow! Fucking... An apple a day. Ah, quiet you. The many long teeth dig into your hand, breaking skin and crushing bone. I knew it! No, he didn't. A dozen eyes spawn out of nowhere across the wooden surface, which is quickly turning rubbery and wiggly. Help me, Snell. I'm on it. Not a mimic sign lets out a gurgling, chortling noise and vibrates upon the wall. Just keep it going deeper might work. Shove your hand deeper in. Ooh. Punch it with your free hand. Yeah! Immediately gets stuck. It makes a satisfying noise. Ah, crap. It's tougher now. Both your hands are stuck. Damn it. Well, I have advantage, and I've been rolling hot tonight, so obviously we let it ride! Fuck my life! Yeah, I got it! Thank you! An incredible pain, what feels like 1,000 knives wriggling inside your arm. You cannot handle much more of this. Okay, but now it's easier. Let it ride! Good enough. Good enough. Pain is intense. It gnaws at you. Embrace it. Ram your entire arm into its maw. Push your arm forward, the many sharp teeth are actually tugging out of your flesh. Deeper. Creature's many wide eyes go wider and wider. Teeth begin to scrape against your elbows, making a squelching wet noise. Like a squirrel choking on nuts. Heh, nuts. Then its maw widens as well. It's letting you go. See? Friend. I don't know if it's friend. With the teeth just barely not slicing into your arm, it stands of flesh. Quickly rip out the mimic's maw. Rip it out of the mimic's maw. It's left wheezing and gargling upon the wall. Something back, you hold your bleeding hand. God, okay. There's a lot of blood talk now with the spikes in this, so maybe these are putting some big old bleeding, gaping holes into my I'm an undead theory. Get back. Many eyes focus on the two of you, and then... Oh, Meek the Mimic. Righto, hold on. It takes a sharp, harsh tone, it speaks. You cannot sneak up on one. Sometimes my mouth cannot contain it is hunger. Interesting. There have been documents of mimics bred for greater intelligence, but they're commonly seen as extinct in the post-war era. You can't just bite someone like that. Meek. Noki likes meek. One of the few times a D&DS game when fisting a creature helped. I imagine that actually helps more than you would think. Apology. It is what it is. It is what it is. Befriend. All right, then, it's time. Talk this bad boy over to your side. You can do it. I did not expect you to talk. This is kind of throwing me off a little. Do not talk often, no, but you understand. Yes, I understand you. Understand, that is good. In colony, we speak good. Nice, forward. Using mouth is not as speak good. The thing might be hideous, but it's not outwardly aggressive right now. If you want to reach out to it properly, try to mimic its speech pattern, pun intended. Yes, this monster is not mindless, and while its intention seems to stem from survival, that is not the most evil of its leanings. Perhaps you can indeed hear it out. You trust a monster built to trick people to death. Punch it. Are you friend? His eyes stare at you unblinking, his maw slowly opens. I am friend. Friend. Well then, time to talk. Look, the goblin says, turning to him from a monster, I wouldn't trust this thing at the end of a 10-foot pole. However, if you can get some nice info out of it, trust but verify, right? So, mission, wizard told me to guard, stash. A stash, eh? But room changes place, chamber shift, time pass. So guard meek moves, feeding, guardian, from people coming from not dungeon. Poor little guy's been stuck down here for a very long time. Doing an Esoteric Ebb themed D20 dice with Die Hard dice. You did pre-order them immediately. I didn't have to ask. Before you ask, I didn't need to. They're cleric themed metal D20 and a set of Atir, Snell, and Meek D20s. Cool. But Meek can talk a lot, ask Meek. It's Meek to join your party. Snell is flattered. What? You're guarding something. Yes! Most stash is gone, lost, or master took, but some is here. Can I have it? No, only master can take stash. Move on. Indeed, a good wizard's pet. Every wizard requires a familiar. A bit too good. Oh. So, his wizard master is definitely the, statue. Right? Like, 100%. I can ask it to join the party, really. It would help to have more allies if you can call a mimic an ally. If you can get the creature to just hang about and share its info, then why not? Mimic would be a decent familiar. The goblin, however, has not proven to be a sufficient servant. What do you mean? He's awesome. They'll glance as you stand there in silence. Yeah, so why is it -1? Snell is flattered. I mean, your name is Meek? Meek, yes! That's a great name. Yes, yes. All right, glad we settled that. You kissed its ass. Yeah, exactly. Join the party. That would have passed no matter what, but still. Right. Well, this might seem pretty simple at this point, but you gotta convince this thing that you'll be its new master. Ah. You do that by, well, mimic. Meek. Yes, yes? When was the last time you saw your master? Master, yes, yes. Master was... Fidgets on the wall. You can have a familiar mimic, yeah. Master had a... Master say... Meek should, then... Meek not see Master for long. Long, long. There you go. You made the gear start turning. And with the big one, Master is gone, Meek. Oh, but... No buts. He's gone. It's okay. I will be your new master. Oh! Meek's eyes go wide, revealing a horrifying mass of shiny pupils. Then begins to shake. No, that does not. What? Only Master can order. Old order, still fresh order. Now, what exactly was the order? Master talk. God, Meek, God stash. God. Meek only order by Master. Well, there's a loophole there. Your guard, Meek? God is title. Title is God. Stop having that title, then you're no longer guard Meek, and thus you do not need to follow the orders. Meek stares at you for a moment, turns to companion as well. It sounds logical to me. Yes, that work. But Meek is God, Meek. Not anymore. By the power granted me by the city of Norvik, I officially deputize you, Mr. Meek. What? Mimic jolts around on the wall. Your new title is Deputy Meek. Congratulations. Want to join the party? The horrid screeching sound emitted from the monster as it leaps towards you. Shit! Embrace it. Within a moment, you realize the mimic has left its pose and turned into a cloak. Oh, that's rad. Cloak I am. If danger I tell. Familiars join the party. Meek! Hell yeah. Keep familiars equipped to gain bonuses to dice checks. Deputy Meek at service. Are you sure that's safe? What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, little guy. Uh-huh. Yeah, fuck it, I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's keep the mimic around, why not? I can write a book on famous last words after this whole thing. Let's go! Equip that immediately. There's the meat cloak. Aw. Do I have to... I probably have to, like, wear it. Yeah. That's annoying. I was liking that ring. It kept me from not dying. Quite a bit, actually. What does a mimic cloak do? Helps keep you out of trouble. Ah, well, you know. It's rad. You're a bit gobsmacked and you take some item slot. Yeah. Alright. What's the rest of this crap? A spell. Whoops. Knock. Oh, good stuff. A strange box. Sure. -2 charisma. Why not? 746. The bar's gonna open soon. Profession stuff, but helps in other ways. Meek can give advantage and lower some die rolls. Oh, nice. A stack of cryptid books. Blue light in the windows pierce and land on the surface and stick. You recognize the binding style. Late Arcane era. One tome is arcane. The cover bears ward marks that make your eyes itch. Doesn't seem like there's any danger here right now, at least. You want to check out some books, go for it. I'll chill for a while. Meek says old master books are free for checking. But if read wrong passage, big hurt, remember. What do you mean, big hurt? Old master has ward on all. The spell cast delayed spell. Hurt big if not careful. Then just leave them alone. The knowledge will be worth it. Meek keeps you alert. I only need a 10, right? That's like a 50% chance. And you know what the motto of the stream is? Let it ride! All right! Woo! Okay. The ward recognizes your competence. They part like curtains. Inside, you find a treatise on sensory magic illusions. The Hagen Shags was studying a relationship between perception and reality, rigorously, mathematically. Hundreds of pages of experiments of mixing illusions and divinations. He posits the mind does not receive reality, constructs it. Each moment your senses gather fragments, color, sound, pressure, heat. There is something deeper, something he calls the interpretive layer, assembles those fragments into a coherent world. The question he asks, not quite so directly, what happens when you tamper with that layer? Not showing someone a fake image, not casting darkness over their eyes. Rather, reaching into a mechanism itself through esoteric means, thus adjusting the assembly. Doesn't appear too far-fetched. It does not. This seems to align well with the scholarly basis of your education. However, the next part does not. The last half of this tome, throughout many trials mostly performed on himself, you gather, the man who calls himself Hagen Shags, he shows results pointing towards a measurable conduit within every string, one visible only through this altered layer. The bloom of yore lies upon each caster, all channeled through the gates, invisible, hidden. Even the outer gods are blind. How else would the lich sustain himself? How else do the pockets both increase below and decrease above? Only I can see the truth. Only I can master the relic left by Umbra Mixus. All I need is to locate it. That one word. One key to unlock a world of total dominance in the new era. All I need is power word. Ebb. Madness. Type of madness only born from revealed truth. New master has read old master's book. Meek is very impressed. Okay, well. That was that. Okay, fine. It is actually safe. Money. Oh, and a healing potion. Incense. Delightful. Okay, I don't think there's anything down here. No, sir. All right. Well, I think I go this way, and then I am out of here. You know, I'd hoped I got warned or something. Everything goes very, very tight. You've been swallowed whole. Scarf is tempting to speak. Well, I don't like this. What's going on here? You can neither move nor breathe. Cleric, you okay? The companion's voice faint as if he was far, far away. This is possibly quite terrible. Hold on. You're not just playing around? I can't move. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Stop playing around. Stop. Stopping like that reminds me at the time that... I'm going to take a step closer to you before jolting back. Yeah, acidic gel. Cube! God damn it. Ugh. By Earth, that burns. You appear to have been enclosed with a gelatinous cube. Statistically likely to die here and now. No, not like this. Not in this terribly embarrassing way. Everybody just walks into a cube. Cleric, listen to me. I don't know why, but the cube ain't aggressive. Tosses a rope that quickly gets sucked into gelatinous mass. Push a bit closer to the edge and grab the rope. I'll help you pull out. The rope doesn't get nearly close enough for you to easily take it, but if you can get to it, you might live. Listen to his voice. That was a lot of damage being done to me. Can I cure wounds real quick? Thank you. Let it ride. Yeah, that's about what I thought. Struggle against the incredibly hard mass around the limbs, around everything. You fight, yet muscles give out after reaching a bit further. Yeah. The burning continues inside and around. Cleric! Feeling isn't nice. The one where you're sitting, eyes fixed upon the bucket, the sour apple sticking out like a mountain of bad decisions. Sinking feeling in your stomach. It was not right. You did it. They told you to. Oh, great. I'm going back in time with my memories. You ate 15. Probably knew it wasn't real, but you probably did. But you did. When you walked up to those kids at the bottom of the pit behind the hills at Central Lower School with that bucket filled with 15 apple skirts, They laughed. They chanted, little shits. Children are the worst. It's true. That's how you got that nickname stuck around until your dad died and you left the hills behind. They kept saying it when they got mad at you and played along, mocking yourself. They said, Apple Boy. Apple Boy. It's not even a good name. It's so uninspired. You still tried to follow them, to play nice, to be a friend. Yeah, Apple Boy. Eventually, they started running away. Apple Boy. Each time you get close, they would laugh, snicker, and leave. And so the Apple Boy was all alone until the day he... You dumb asshole! Take the damn rope! No more apples! Oh, can I not eat apples anymore? You push and fight against the endless pressure of translucent force and pain, and then you cling to it. Let's go! Your muscles urge to stop, but the lack of pain on each limb as it escapes the cube's surface causes you to continue. And finally, you pant and wheeze and cough up pieces of sizzling ooze on the dungeon floor. It fades. Part of that is your brain not processing the incredibly horrific burns you've suffered. You best heal soon. Makes you goblin laughs. Holy shit! Thought you were gonna. Not yet! Good spirit. Whew! Turn to have a look. Massive gelatinous cube just stays entirely still. It does not move or react to your presence. It's a weird one. Just sits there. Really ominous, honestly. It's clear this cube is at the very least not actively hostile. What do you know about these things, Snell? For one, they're never this passive. They also shouldn't be this big. I don't think I've heard them splitting and merging at times, but never this size. Beyond that, I know they're attracted to, what was it? Soulless Free Striders, powerful women, hot local goblins, the blood of man, foreigners, not clerics. I swear to God if it's clerics. Who isn't? My man! But no, it's not clerics, is it? They're attracted to heat. A well-written book, but you do not believe cubes have the ability to read. Shut up. You've read that? You... I'm not talking about the romance novel, obviously. Heat, warmth. The goblin points at the glowing torch inside the cube. I bet it has something to do with it. Huh. You'd think the torch would go out. I did, in fact, find the gelatinous cube. I'll be going the other way, I suppose. I think I've, my patience is worn quite thin regarding, activate dancing lights. Oh, yes, thank you. There you go. My patience is grown quite thin for down here, so I think I'll head back up top. Bar should be open by now. I have to give the pamphlet to Rick Spider. I need to get my book. I could probably report to Sageleaf about that. And I still need to interview the dead woman. And at that point, I'm probably good to maybe do some reading and end the night in the tower. Something is stashed under these heavy rocks. +1 strength, advantages against Earthfolk. Okay. Pick up the insignia. Heavy, official. Symbol of Norvik, shaped in iron. Huh. There's only one paladin left in the city. Oh. Well, I gotta go find her, too. Sphinx Savior's second puzzle. I sure don't think she did. Could have entered the bar before its opening. People keep saying I need to do that, but it's like, I don't know what the answer is. Okay, since everyone is saying you gotta do it before it's opened and without Snell, tomorrow morning I'll go to the fucking bar. God damn. I figured I had to go below and find something, or like learn something before I could solve the riddle. This isn't something you lose accidentally. Not something you abandon. Snell, look at this. Goblin peers at the insignia. Seems official. Some left over from an old delve. Now, this is one of a kind. It belonged to Lord Gorm, the last paladin of Earth. Oh. Oh, shit. The one that's missing, the one and only, Eyes darting back and forth in tunnel. So... I don't think we're going to find this paladin. Me neither. Suppose it's some type of closure. I'll report this to my patriarch once the mission is finished. Lowers his head as if to show some type of respect. Got it. Symbol gleams in the dim light. Most striking, it appears to be hot and red. Clearly, this is highly esoteric, as if containing some sort of magical fire. If you have a free hint, I will not read it. And if it is here in the dungeon, then surely Lord Gorm must be dead. Yeah, probably. Maybe crushed by these hard rocks or something. Lord Gorm must be dead. A tragic end. Missing paladin is missing no more. Just that's how you can do it when you're ready to solve it. You gotta go to the bar alone before opening. Fine. Yes. Okay. I get it. Somewhere down here in the dark. You mourn. You shiver. I think it's such an awful end to a great man. Horrible. As will be reported once you are done here. As for the insignia, it shall be returned to the palace. Eventually. May Earth guide him home. Alright, but that other thing? Memorize the mantle. Got it. I, solve any more quests while I'm here? I got that one. Nothing over here. Class conflict. Yep, okay, only the 5 of them. I think, no, that's not it. Is it this one? No. Where is... Is it here? Missing paladin, right. Locate the missing paladin, it'll make you hero. Yep. Legendary paladin disappeared in the city. Most likely lost in the dungeon. Yeah. Okay. Paw prints. Don't care. Leaving. Is the way to leave? No. I guess there's 2 ways to leave at this point, right? Was this one of them? Yes, I think. Then you go in this way. Oh, that's the cube. Fuck. Alright, never mind. Down here? Okay, well, this is this area. I think it was south of here where the stairs up. Or no. I am all sorts of turned around. Sure. Okay. It was this way. Yeah, and then up the stairs. There is further downstairs. I will not be eating the glowing mushrooms. Thank you very much. Well, I mean, since I'm here, it would probably be smart to, Is that a rat? Can I eat hold on. Can I even eat apples at this point? It does. Okay. I mean, sure. Fuck it, right? I could at least, prepare spells, yeah. Prepare spells, okay. Got my cantrips. Charm, cure wounds. Detect, grease, shield, speak. Oh, yeah, now I have to choose, actually. Okay, I'm never using grease or detect alignment. I might need grease. Shield of Faith, no, because I have bark skin. Bark skin, knock. Speak with dead. What's Crusader's mantle? Concentration, radiates. Making boldness until the spell ends. The aura moves with you, centered on you, and you encounter. You're going to get a 1d12 to all ability checks. That could be good. I'll take it. And since I'm here, let us pray. Oh. The Sphinx's riddle. Ancient creature guards a door to nothing. She does this for fun. You are not the first to complete it. If you do, it will unveil something great, but the answer is not in dialogue. You have to cast magic to show your prowess. G. I guess I don't need dancing light anymore, so, thaumaturgy. Hello, it's... Oh. The river calls to you! Regain second level... Oh. Cool. So... I should probably have a word with this dead person, right? So it should probably be... Time isn't ticking right now. It's only 8 o'clock. It should probably be dead person, sage leaf, bar, book. Right? Or should it be like book then bar? Probably book then bar. Work before pleasure and all that. Okay. Real quick, people that have played this game, if I talk to her, does it like auto... Like it did at the church, does it auto advance me or anything? Because if it does, I don't want to do that. I say the church. Like it did it in the tea shop, how it auto like warped me here. You don't have coins for the book, it takes 250. I have 406. So I could actually buy something from the halfling. No? Okay. I'll have a word with her here, then. My only third level spell slot, but, you know. What else am I using it for? 5 questions. With a little fanfare, nor anything magical, sparks. You see slight twitch in the scorched body. As long as the mouth remains somewhat intact, the spell will allow it to speak. There's something wrong about this. What, you mean like morally? Or like in terms of nature. As if they weren't turned to coal-like substance, the lips begin to move, like sludge. A faint wheezing comes out of its throat. Horrific. Do I ask it in past or present? I don't think it matters. Time to talk. Maybe she'll be happy to answer. Remember, cleric, 5 questions. Some of these are less useful than others. Who are you voting for in the election? Okay. Maybe gonna strong contender for the 5th question, but let's see if there's more useful names. Or more useful questions. Name? Great. Easy. Simple. Helps with identification. Pina Athena. Yeah, sounds elven. Your heart starts pumping faster. Didn't you... You spoke with this elf. Oh! Wait, no. This is... No. Is this the elf that told us to find Grom? And say go fuck yourself? Was that her name? I don't remember. It was brief. That's the problem. It was a brief interaction. But that's the only elf I remember talking to. I guess there was also the Myconid elf, but that's not what that is. Well, gosh, no one's saying anything in chat the one time I ask. I know this elf. Good one, like you would know an elf. You serious? I've met an elf with that name. When? On a ledge, yeah, in Upper Tolstad. Okay. You were there, or maybe you weren't. I think he was there. Sorry to say, I don't remember seeing any elf up there. There's also the Mushroom Druid, yeah. I only know Nessun. The last I checked, she was very much alive. This is an esoteric event. I'd normally just say you're misremembering, but weirder shit has happened. Was it a ghost? Did I interact with a ghost? Like cleric rising out of the river to complete a divine quest, like an election set to happen, and no one seemingly acknowledging the corrupt nature of the system. That's okay, alright. Like cleric rising from river. I was gonna suggest the Muletown incident, but sure. Muletown incident in 25 PE 2 years ago. A reported fight with a local arcanist occurred in the northernmost Norvican settlement of Earthport. Ever since, the city has been overrun with mules, which has the locals unable to get rid of. Thus, the settlement has been known as Muletown. That sounds like something I would write out of boredom. Yeah, it's Muletown. Don't worry about it. Well, that was more interesting than I thought it would be. Where did you die? How did you die? Who killed you? Given I've met you... Snow was there. The only thing she said was, be careful, it's easy to fall here when you walked up. And are you okay after you finished talking to her? Yeah. So she may have been a ghost. An esoteric vision, perhaps. I wish one of these options were, when did you die, or have we met? Or at this point, do you know Gorm? Where did you die? What's your favorite color? Why were you at the tea shop? That seems important. I was meeting. I had a meeting scheduled. Intense meeting. Ask her about it. 3 more questions. Okay. Who came to this meeting? Not the one I expected. It was... The ruined body convulses, soot and charred flesh cracking increasing, as if it was attempting to rise to get away. The state. One of her hands burnt and stale attempts to unfurl its fingers. It breaks as it does, black dust falling around the table. But it's clear she's attempting to point. It was you. Me? What? Or was it Snell? You just said it was you. Because Snell's going, eh? But I'm the state, because I'm the cleric. Huh. 2 more. What was this meeting you had planned in the tea shop? It was a negotiation with my free stride contract. Oh, interesting. Make it count. I really want to ask, who are you voting for in the election? We know why she was in the tea shop. Who killed you is the obvious one. I'm really concerned if I say who killed you, she's going to point to me specifically. Well, they've made it clear she's having trouble pointing. The thing is, here's the other thing. Like, obviously there's jokes in here, like, can I get you tea? What's it like being dead? There's ones in here that, like, should be obvious, like, how did you die? Or where did you die? And if I ask them and she says the obvious thing, I'm gonna feel stupid. But if she says something else, it's gonna be wicked cool. I don't think the where... Well, here's the thing. The how and the where are bad examples, because they were barely able to move her here, and her body's pretty fucking charred ash. And how did you die? Blew up. Like turbo annihilated. Did anyone want to kill you is relevant. What would relevant be here? Did anyone want to kill you? And who killed you are probably the 2 most relevant questions on here. Who killed you? Did anyone want to kill you? I feel like anyone want to kill you could have like a yes, but it's not. Like it could be someone unrelated to this case. Who killed you? Even though it could be me. Oh. Fascism chose the path, I chose the end. So it was suicide. Huh. Fascism forced her to blow up the tea shop. It's pretty broad. She was forced to do it by fascism. It'd be deep and meaningful information. It probably, thinking liberally, it's probably like a blackmail thing. Died obvious, mortician do an autopsy. Yeah, fair enough. That's all valid. I guess if maybe I had Speak with Dead before we brought her here. But then, you know, a little bit silly. I'd have had to have known about the necromancer somehow. And who's to say for that? That's unfortunately pretty broad. Yet oh so true. The Ilium could be considered fascists, as could every effective government. That is reductive. A fascist state would be described as such when its core does not uphold the virtues of personal rights. Honestly, fascist is used by commoners to describe any authority these days. Boy, Charisma, you're right so often, and then other times you're just so wrong. The common thought is important. If so many speak of fascism, perhaps one should learn to listen. If you listen to every commoner, we'll soon be charging right off a cliff. Yikes, yeah. Corpse mouth stiffens once more, like the mimicking of life ends. That is 5. Well, all right, cool. What do we learn? It's an elf. It's true, it's an elf. An elf that you've apparently met at some point. But whoever showed up wasn't her friend. Instead, a solid stare. She said it was you. I was not at the tea shop during the explosion. Yeah? But you didn't know this elf or what? I saw the elf after the explosion. Well, that's not possible. What, she got a twin? I think it's a ghost-type encounter. You know, like a Haunter, or a Ghastly, or Cubone's mom. You know, a ghost-type encounter. Ah, right. I was at the towers. My hair shark can vouch for me, even if he really doesn't like me. I believe you. My head's a mess, but yeah, no. Don't worry about it. Huh? We sent for you. If there was some deep state conspiracy and you somehow blew up the tea shop, why would they send you to investigate it? Maybe the deep state conspirators are idiots. That's probably true either way, so don't worry, I don't suspect you of anything. My guess is it's another agent of the state responsible. Eh? The elf points at you, or tried to, and says you're the one she saw at the tea shop. Yeah, no, she meant a cleric, or an earth guard, something like that, 100%. Yeah, I mean, she can't even see my face, so yeah, more than likely an agent such as me. Or, what if it's the Mimic? What if Meek blew it up and she was pointing at him? Oh my god, I've blown this wide open. Meek, you bastard! You're going hard time for this, you son of a bitch. I hope you can mimic a man with a conscience so that you can regret what you've done, you monster. Anyway. That makes more sense than me having amnesia. Yeah. It's not like memory-changing spells don't exist, but it's too much. Gotta follow the simplest answer, and that's not you being a secret bad guy. So now, we look for more clues. Frank's son of Frank, the witness, we gotta find that fucker. Yeah, fuck. Guy in the yellow shirt. He was looking for a secret passage. We found one. He wasn't there. Let's follow the lead. Some interesting stuff to think about. Gives you a thumbs up. Nice job on the spell. Yeah. I'm willing to bet he'd have some choice words if I had perhaps wasted my questions. He's like, who are you voting for? Can I get you some tea? It's like, Cleric! Are you fucking serious? Watch, these are important questions. Alright, do some shopping, pick up my book, hit the bar. Engage. Mm-hmm. It's just you. She's good at getting what she wants. What I'm hoping she wants is a smooch. Yeah, shop. Okay, so I can afford everything. That's nice. Pay 500 crowns, but 30% off? Empty Ifriti bottle. It's empty. So I need 250 for the book, maybe. Bone dust canisters and the esoteric shards. Probably comprehend language. Too fast and accidentally clicked, can I get you some tea? It still gave you some info, weirdly enough. Worth remembering on a future playthrough that I'm almost certain I'm going to stream to you privately anyway, because that's normally how these things go. That was how I played Disco Elysium. I streamed it to you. Fun game. Fun times. Yeah, I'll take that comprehend language scroll. I would assume so. It's such a great price. I apologize if the handwriting is a bit rough. I got it from a gnomish gentleman in Virginia, a pixie-dusting fiend of a man. Thank you. All right. So I have comprehend language. I don't suppose. Yeah, it's not a cantrip, unfortunately. Before going on a shopping spree, I wanted to see what she had and what I could afford. Thank you very much. All I wanted was comprehend language. Now I'll go get my book. If it has comprehend language, I'm going to kill myself. I think this is the fastest way over. Oh, well, I'm here real quick. Hello. Lovely to see you again. God, you're cute. The Free Striders want you to sign this. Looks over the document. Oh, thank you, but I've already got one right in my office. Old Rix here's got some source of her own, you see. But it's a great reminder. I'll be sure to sign it soon. Maybe read through it first. Don't worry, I have. She smirks. Free Striders are very good business partners. They offer economic support, and it's unprecedented. And that's without mentioning general view on trade, making the entire market perfect for economic growth. Now I'll finally be able to deal in futures again. Yes, futures. You know, without having to deal with all those pesky and, quite frankly, tyrannical oversights. Time to make some money. I can fix her. Guys, I can fix her. I tell myself. I saw some people in the bar I could also talk to, but, you know, after I get my book. The depths call to you. A 3. 1 hit point. These guys are having a time of it. Book. Hey-o. I'm here to pick up my book. Yes, it's done now. Now you pay. How much? The process is quite complicated, but I handled it like a pro that I am. 250 crowns. It's a fair amount for you. Pay now. You can purchase a basic spellbook for 50. Let it ride! Hell yeah. My best stat? And comb his feathers, you know? Just say, make it 100 and owe you big time. Wouldn't it be nice having a cleric in your debt? True. Okay, pay 100. Then you get your book. Nice. That is a big discount. Great. Toss in 100 crowns from your pouch of holding, and out of the slot, the door you see, end of a paper-wrapped book. Phoenix Folio. Take it. You open the wrap and discover the book feels eerie to the touch. Inside is marked by some fiendish geometric shapes, along with various arcane shortcuts. A masterpiece. You'll love using this as your spellbook, won't you? Feels tingly, extremely esoteric. You're happy, I can sense it. Your eyes tilt side to side in the picture from the slot. Now be on your way and mention my services to your clerical friends. I am the best, you see. That needs to be known. I'm gonna be honest. He does seem pretty good. Will do, General. Anything else? From the Free Striders next door. I see I've heard of this. Capital, it will be considered. Anything else? Another one delivered. Hells yeah. So did the one for Rick Spider count? I guess I can check my quests, eh? But this one? No, it's the Copper Press. This one? Coin Lord's Meat. No. This'n? That's my book. What the hell? Is it FT? You handed to Viskin in the bookbinder. Handed one to Rick Spider. Oh, yeah. All right, I've handed out 3. Cool, cool, cool. Tomorrow I'll go knocking on her door and get permission to go into the warehouse. Right now, let's look at this book. Hell yeah. -2. Oh, that's the... Okay. I was about to say. I was about to be real mad about that. Here's my book. The Dark Grimoire. The tool of an arcane cleric. Grenade into the symbol of forbidden magic. Inside is scribbled with iconography of things magically taboo. Fiendish worship, aboriginal insight, gnomish delights. You should not let neither your patriarch nor the cleric see you with this. It would spell even more trouble than you're already in. Allows you to repair additional spells. Oh. Delightful. Delightful. And money left over. Look at that. Oh, can I level up? I cannot. I just saw the arrow and thought that was only there when I could level up. Alright, let's talk to some people in the bar. Then, it's only 9 o'clock. We'll see how it is after I'm done talking to people in the bar. And then, I guess check in with Sage Leaf. She might want to know about, A, the interview with the dead woman, and B, the Craig, I think his name was, down in the sewers. So we got this guy. Oh, is that Applegate or Apple Bloom or whatever his name is? And, the assassin. I can behold people now. Apple Dent, that's his name. Yeah, go for it. Well, hell yeah. You spent quite some time reading up on his art. It is interesting. Research is the first step to grounded spellcasting, after all. Beyond this facade as a dispenser of knowledge, this halfling is also searching for answers to his own questions. Namely, what is the nature of power? Politics? The golden line? I don't know what talking to him now would accomplish me. But he's in the bar, so I might as well ask. Ah, my dear officer of the law! He slurs. Ah, he's drunk. Not a glint. Pain. Enjoying your evening? No. No? Not to say that in a bad way. Debrief with Sage Leaf every evening before going to sleep. She might have interesting insight. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, come! Partake in the nectar of gods, or at least what passes for it in this establishment. So, we find ourselves in the precipice of this grand experiment of democracy. Who do you vote for, officer? Don't get him started. As Gallus, the worker shall rule. Ah, the workers, heart and soul of the city. But rule, can they truly rule, or they simply become the new face of old tyranny? Democracy is a delicate dance, my friend. When the music stops, Who's left without a chair? The worker's paradise is a noble dream, but dreams sometimes turn into nightmares, especially when power gets involved. This gnome sure can talk. He's very inebriated. But now, since you are the carrier of law in the city, a good question would be, what is law? Oh, gods. To carry such a burden of holding the law, would it not be fair to ask what it is? Think about it. Your answer will matter. Your choice could change the world, good knight of earth. Cleric of the bourgeoisie. It's whatever I say it is. Law should be peace, but, you know, that is a naive point of view, unfortunately. What do you think, Snell? Whatever Lady Sageleaf says. Touché. Keep chaos at bay. Gnome nods so hard his face hits the table. Party's over. Thank the gods. Right. So this guy. Oh, I got a nat 20 on him. He hates me. So, I got attacked. Do you know anything about that, or what? Who do you work for? Why wouldn't you? Or why would I tell you? Why wouldn't you? Is it embarrassing? Do you work for, like, Viskin or something? Goblin freezes. No? What? Hey, work for, like, Viskin or something? No? He does. Wow, yeah. Didn't even need to pick up on anything there. Fuck off, human! Alright. See you later, buddy. Great interaction. Oh, dear. Yes, my beloved Sphinx, I'll come to you in the morning. Since everyone's telling me you have to come to the morning, duh. Obviously, the riddle's not for you to solve. It's to just show up in the morning and go through the motions. It's incredibly disappointing the way you can't go out into the world and actually solve a riddle. You just go there and do the thing. Apparently. Ugh. Mind you of a gig in Critical Role when Laura bonks her head and then Sam bonks his teeth while attempting to laugh at her. Yeah, I remember that. His big old stupid teeth. I wish my name was Rix. Lovely to see you again. Anything about an elf? So I gotta figure out the answer? Yeah, great. An elf? On Tolstad. You go up on the hill and you might find some, near Elysian Embassy, obviously, in the Palace District. But not here. Yeah, maybe I don't tell her that. Don't get elves here often. 3 years, we've never had an elf in here. Like, actually none, to my knowledge, at least. You know, I was gonna not tell her, and then I looked at her sexy legs and went, yeah, I found it. Okay. I'll tell you anything. Stares at you. Don't say that shit! It's sensitive information. You what? Ugh. She's around, her eyes open. Just making sure no one else heard. Firstly, someone actually died in that tea shop, and it was an elf. Come on, cleric. When the cleric's tired, he says things. She tries to keep herself from talking too loudly, but it's difficult. You can sense her fear. I can't discuss the details. I get it, city business. Gears turning behind her eyes. You're the most valuable asset on the coast. Juicy info. This might bite you in the ass later. Or it could help. She'll be appreciative. Tell me the answer to the Sphinx's curse. Riddle, whatever. Not my scene, but since tea shop went poof, I've got a lot more patrons bringing it in here. Wonder why. Very strange. She winks. Wink back. She winks twice at you. Wink thrice. It's funny, I can't see you wink because of the helmet, but the way your head moves makes it comically clear winking. It's very cute. God, I love you. I mean, what? Where's it printed? No clue. Heard it somewhere on Tolstad, though. Some dark corner, probably by a group of angry dwarves. That's all for now about the paper. I do need to find where that's printed. Some dark corner, huh? Alright, well. Check in with Sageleaf, and then I'll, actually, it's taking the long way to Sageleaf, aren't I? Check in with Sageleaf, do a bit of reading. Well, dismiss Snell, I guess. Go to bed. Wake up, do the Sphinx thing, and then Thursday, next time I'm streaming this one, I've completely forgotten what the Sphinx's riddle is. I can yell about it some more. That'll be fun. Oh, I thought this was... Yeah, I thought this was this. Whoops. Silly me. Hey! Throne of a Modern Dragon. Nice. Gain 1 ability score for a week. Yeah, oh look, the Goblin Woman. Oh, I got a nat 20 investigating it. That's crazy. Game knows me. Ahem. I'm here to report some things. Do anything about the... well... Really? There's nothing to check in on? Know anything about the dead elf? There were words of a certain elf making friends within political circles in Tolstad. I'm assuming this is the one. I would suggest speaking with those connected, the Asgars for their involvement with the tea shop, Viskin for the post-mortem, and of course the corpse itself. That you should be able to handle. I'm guessing fuck, no. Where is this fucking guy in the yellow shirt? Frank, son of Frank. I thought for sure the secret passage I found would be, you know, where it is. Was not, as it turns out. He'll leave on his own when you go to sleep? Oh, fair enough, okay. Tomorrow might be... go where the monsters are down below, because I don't know where the fuck else to look for these guys. Who knows? Probably left the city. He's stupid enough to hide in some corner, cowering like a quaven fool he is. Find him and make him talk. That's all for now. Tone a little lower. Alrighty. Oh. Oh, sweet. 1 ability score for a week. Sturdy. Nice. Still don't have Mage Hand for those eggs, but, you know. Maybe it's not meant to be. Earth. Taking 19. So 20 boosts my stats. Neat. Now I'm getting all the good dice rolls. Okay, well that's got my attention. I guess also I've never been inside that room where it's like, hey, we rent you a bed for the night. So... hey, fellas. Come here often, or... 2 hit points, nice. Oh yeah, I could try this thing again. Stress cube. Ah, I have to pickpocket it. +1 strength. Don't know if that's worth the 18 to try. Hello, lads. I'm gonna check the roof real quick. Well, I should probably have a word with you first, eh? This fucking guy. Hesitant collective grunt and mumble. Oh. He's terrified. What are you doing here? You boys loitering here, or what? Loitering? It's a meeting. An important meeting. Could you, leave? You see him glance nervously to his friends who sit quietly attempting not to meet your gaze. It's... Look, you really screwed us over at Waterlane. We worked hard to put a stop to that illegal newspaper. For the city! The organization is equally illegal. You stole from them and tried to burn their hard work. Yeah, you stole from them. We seized contraband, more like. Now look, we're gonna start the meeting. Don't interrupt. Glares at Snell for a second. Great. Alright, Norvican Resistance members, thank you for attending today's meeting. Ugh, important meeting. Shut up, goblins, said the lanky kid and sparks tiny fire from his hands. You think you look cool doing that? Damn child. Magic Boy clears his throat. Esoteric Initiate Earth Nissi here. The large one stands up. Stands buskin! Yes! Don't shout. I'm here. Roll. Gives a nervous look and then mutters Master of Whispers. Panion stifles a laugh. Told you it was a bad title. I should be First Spy. No, that sounds like a magazine protagonist. And Master of Whispers doesn't. It was the official title of Earth Spy Master. Do I look like a master? Yeah. Also present is the visiting Lord Cleric and his helper. I'm the help, am I? You're the best help, Snell. Don't you worry. Guys seem organized. This is a joke, right? Give him a thumbs up. Thank you, Cleric, he says with a tired expression. This is a joke, right? No! Cleric might not be many right now, but there are tons of members of the Norvican Resistance around the city. This is a serious political movement. I mean, we're getting there. Meeting begins. Large boy cheers. Sweet! When do we go home? Home? No, there's not much to talk about, right? Yeah, my dad doesn't like when I stay out like this. Come on, guys, the election is just around the freaking corner! This freaking instead of fuck is a habit, not to upset his sensitive parents. We're doomed. You saw a single TikTok. Yeah, that is representative of an entire society. And why their cream wasn't whipping into butter after an hour in the mixer. They used non-dairy cream. I've got a mission, a big mission. Like, actually. Let him babble. I received word our contact. We're gonna get this non-dairy cream and we're gonna make it ice cream. It's gonna get whipped by Diggity. Ah. I received word from our contact. You know, the short guy with the weird beard. A halfling or dwarf, resistant movement members. What are your orders? He told us the chant's being printed on Tolstad, and this time he let us know another problem. Even bigger threat. Capitalism, racism, the disillusionment of youth, gender inequality, the lack of religious fervor in the populace, as Gallists. Hey, sorry, gender, people looking for equality. Gonna say racism first. No. Although, hatred against humans is a big issue. Gender inequality? No! The disillusionment of youth? No. Capitalism? No, well, kind of. Lover's Pox? What? No. Free Striders? No, no, wait, yes! It's the Free Striders! Well, was my last guess. Go on. He told me... No, what? No. Yes, that is, yeah, you got it. Told me the Ascani Reed's Trade Company, that's a Freestrider company, apparently they have some important documents in their office in Waterlane. Oh. Specifically, a contract for a deal called the Harbor Accords. You tasted ice cream with Parmesan? Oh yeah, you've mentioned that before. Pleasantly surprised. He wants us to... Actually, he didn't specifically say what we should do. He never really does. He strongly implied we should seize it for the state, but, you know, without being detected. Stealthily. He wants you to steal the contract. Yeah. He wants us to seize it stealthily. So what are you going to do? Thinks for a second. We need to sneak in when it's dark, locate the safe, and crack it. It's apparently hidden behind a mirror. The info wasn't very specific, but hey, how many mirrors can they have, right? Boys silently, tensely glance around the rolling mill. Like I said, Dad doesn't want me out in the streets at night, so I'm gonna skip. Isn't stealing illegal? Yeah, Stead, it is. Don't be pussies. Gives a frustrated groan. It's the real deal. We can make a difference. Rollo, I don't think this is a good idea. You know what the Free Striders do. Yeah, litigation. Oh, no, not litigation. I agree, it's a bad idea. Damn it. Turns to you and opens his mouth, closes it, shakes his head. Sneaking in and stealing sounds honorable. Shut up. Should really do it if it's a Free Strider joint? Well, screw it. We'll make up some excuse. But that sucks. Unless the cleric wants to do it. There's an illegal organization conspiring against the city. Yeah, I'm not doing that. You suck. Yeah, no. Large kid perks up. The quiet kid glances at Rollo. Lanky kid spawns a weak spark in his hand, looking nervous. What? No, it's not. Apologies, I said that accidentally. What did I say specifically? Illegal organization conspiring against the city. It sounds like it is, I'll be honest. No, it's not. Either way, you can't. I'm not gonna beat up the kid. Alright, he's like 15, right? I can't actually assault the child. If you're 18, I'd, put my fist in his face, but... Yeah, but I'm watching you. Okay. That's all for now. I'll do it in another playthrough. Meanwhile, who are you? Oh, you're the kid. You're his little brother. Nat 20, jeez. True neutral, child worker. Kid working his ass off, getting that bread. Must be doing optimal weekend school. That optional weekend school. He'll go far in life with that attitude, but the fire under his ass must have been lit by something fierce. He's a jumpy fellow, a survivor, type of kid that's used to making it on his own. He really chooses fear. Kid doesn't want to end up like his old man, forgotten by time and space in the city. No, I'm wearing pants. He's grieving, but he's keeping it together for his brother. They both have a way of dealing with it. Arn will grow up to be a great capitalist. Oh, awesome. Any chance I can trick you into Asgalism? He doesn't have the... Never mind. Hey, I'm allowed to be up here. He's taking a stand. Proud of him. Boy, does not actually know if it's illegal to sit here. I didn't say anything. I guess you didn't. Just seeing what you're up to. Oh. Body language goes from fight or flight to I guess I'm not going to die tonight. Absolutely no one is surprised all three of your kids need glasses as well. Come here sometimes after work to think. Your parents know you're out this late. No. Careful now, you got real quiet. Uh-oh. Neither of them are around. An orphan or neglected? Not around, eh? Mom's gone, dad's dead. That's awful. Child alone in the world without guidance. And this is the kind of boy that should be swooped up by Earth's grace. Hasn't the child gone through enough? Glance at the companion as a solemn expression gazing out across the city. What do I say to that? Fuck! Just nod. Doesn't say anything. Well, I'll have a heart-to-heart. I don't think about it a lot. Mostly go to school in the kiosk. Let it ride. Fuck. You not sense connection, but instead you sense what you have to do. Your name's Arn, right? He doesn't respond. Answer. Yeah? Let me tell you what my patriarch told me long ago when I first became Earthguard training. There'll be many walls put up in front of you. Walls of inequality, hatred, greed, pain. Walls? Metaphorical walls. Face alone. Oh, okay. I can just keep going. Ahem. Metaphorical walls. Oh. These walls you would normally face alone. Climbing one can take days. It can grind you down. Many do not have to face these walls alone. By sheer luck, you do not have that luck. Instead, you have to be lifted by your brothers. Arn Earth and his people are your brothers. They will help you scale any wall that comes your way if you accept their brotherhood. Will you do that? Yeah, but how? Serve your folk, serve your people, love your city, and you will find your brotherhood. Oh. Also stay in school and get good grades, and don't stay out too late. Join the Earth Guard like me. You have a bright future. Your flowers of trying to comprehend your words. Okay. That doesn't sound too bad. It's not. It's not too damn bad. Okay. The more determined expression. I'll think about that, cleric. Thanks. I don't know if that made a difference or just got him confused. But good job. I do my best, Snell. I do my best. Yeah, you do. It's really sad that your best is so often terrible. But you do. I guess I can examine the other kids, Not great. That's Bucket. Boy named after Dwarven word for rock. Unemployed. He's a kid. Next generation, late-stage teenager representing all young men. Statistically, could be worrying if all young men today feel as lost and unemployed as this one. Then everything must be going to shit. At least he's politically active. Yes, well. At least. He's also the only one important enough to get a portrait. This is a shitty kid, but the fun kind. Yeah, if he was your peer growing up, he'd be one of those fucking bullies. It's not really a massive negative on his part. Pretty much every well-adjusted kid bullied you as well. And there's this one. Chaotic Neutral, silent, thinks before he speaks. Also thinks he's very cool. He's an air of superiority in his body language and speech and his tone. Thinks above it all, even his friends. Hopefully he'll stop thinking such things before it bites him in the ass. He won't. In the direst of times, this could be the first one to lean upon his brothers. He's learned to eat the ego of his when he has to. That's good. A man made by the toil of peers. Nothing more, nothing less. Good for the kid. Keeping a member of Guard isn't remotely the worst thing you can do. No, not at all. Well, I could try finding this stupid publication. I really only have one idea where I think it would be being printed out of. Two, I guess. One is down here. One is down here. Man, I want my bike. Come back after... Oh, after midnight. No one down here. Still don't know how to get my fucking bike. Maybe the key's in the warehouse. Who knows? Maybe I could check on her. Maybe she's still open. I have given it to 3 people at this point. One who is probably already going to listen. One who doesn't care. And, one who is a... Why am I going this way? One who's like a dude in a wall, so what do I give a shit? Cut through the drunken sphinx. I want to look at the, not Snell's room, but some of the rooms down there. Some of the buildings down there. Then I'll check and see if she's around. Then I'll just go to bed and be done with it. Oh, I can talk to... Oh, they're in the bar now. Hey, guys. How'd you beat me here? An angel, really? Why am I... She wasn't weird. She had eyes, glowy eyes. And she wasn't floating? She wasn't floating. Not always. She could float. She talked to you? Yeah. Why? It's a good question. Why? Why would you ever think about talking with a celestial? The boy snaps his fingers. Let me start at the beginning. Go ahead. It was at the palace, around fancy mansion apartments, before you asked my great aunt lives there. Aren't they too young? Well, not if they're not getting booze. Or this could be, you know... Isn't like the drinking age in Germany 15 or something? Could be like that. Alright, she was an old lady who had the newspaper. Astrid Timberholm. Yeah, I read about that. She lived with the mimics for a whole year. Yeah, whatever. I'm telling the story. After visiting Auntie Astrid, I walk across Micah Peak, and I was like, you know, snapping my fingers, and her ask for a light, and turned around and saw her sitting at the pond. This is a celestial girl, white dress, glowing eyes, really, really good looking. Whatever floats your boat, man. She asks if I was a wizard. I say no, obviously. She holds out one of those Reedsian tobacco sticks. They're adults, barely adults, but adults. Oh, well, I should have punched him. Oh, well. Probably would have left a bad impression on him if I punched him, but, you know. Bad impression on a racist. But, you know, the enemy, quote-unquote, punching you in the face is never a good thing. But then it would have been really satisfying. But it probably wouldn't have helped. But man, it would have felt good. So I hit it with, he snaps his fingers, sending a flame into the air. Talk for a bit, you know, small talk. Was she nice to you? Yes? No? I don't know. What kind of question's that, Sten? Jeez. Talk, she smokes her stick, and when she's done, she asks me to burn the stump away. I do, in a cool way, really nail it. Then what? Yeah, but she's also like, hey, thanks, I'll see you around. The boy's looking at him in silence. What? That's good, right? That's practically like asking for a date. A transcendental energy girl made of pure light. You were a shipyard boy, just wasn't meant to be. I say go for it. Oh, hello, cleric, sir. Hey, you've created a scene. What's this about a celestial? Nothing. I was joking around. Don't worry, kid. Cross-folk attractions, very valid in our progressive city of Norvik. You don't have to be ashamed of your interests. You see the Sphinx? Huh? Like, damn, am I right? Lanky kid looks distraught. I'm not. She looks like a human. It's not weird. Goblin Companion hides his face inside his palms, except the glow and the floating. You have like 90% is, you know, just hot girl. 90%. God, this fucking kid. That's a lot of hot girl. Not gonna comment on that. Don't know how old this creature is. Angels are not so different from us. Have you ever seen one? Like intangible horrors. No, okay, I'm sorry, niece. I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying you shouldn't obsess over some girl angel that's not, you know, you don't even know. Ah, you mean like you used to do with Modissa? Show daggers aimed at Sten's unflinching, naive smile. Excuse me, what? He says with a big smile. Like he's happy to get heat taken off him. Oh yeah, Rollo used to write letters to Modissa back in school. Ooh. Glowing and floating add to hotness, if anything. No, short and colorful and sassy add to hotness. Duh. Debate letters, she infuriates me. I am in an ideological combat with her, nothing else. So dramatic. You love it. Yeah. We'll cover you and adjust his overalls. I want to keep the record straight, cleric. They're just trying to mess with me. I'm not. That's not a thing. He's just like you. No, he isn't. I'm also scared of women. But is human, isn't she? So you're okay with that, I see. You guys just sit here gossiping about girls all night, do you? Good for you. That's not what... The lanky kid lets out wheezing laughter. Was that supposed to be a secret? Ah, don't worry about it, Sten. Turns back to you. Can we talk about literally anything else, please? Ah, you clearly started it, kid. See you, boys. That was fun. See, like, would that have been as fun or even available if I had punched him in the face? Who's to say? Probably not. People you punch in the face generally aren't just hanging out in bars willing to chat with you. Trust me, I worked as a bouncer. That's accurate. Dormitory out of commission. Whoops. Can I go in? I can't go in there. That's Snell's place. R and A. Okay, that's Snell's. One down here? Well, there's one down here I saw. Excuse me. What is this? Leads outside eventually. Have I been here? Oh, if I've been here. Oh, this is down here. Right, okay. That goes back to the Goblin Garden halfway bridge tribe area. Alright, I thought maybe the newspaper was being printed over here somewhere, one of these otherwise locked apartments. The only other place I can think the newspaper is being printed is that come back after midnight-ish place. So I got nothing for that. Let's see if she's still in. Possibility. Oh. Check the apartments at a more reasonable time tomorrow. I mean, I guess, but, this is interesting. So, I just... Apparently there's something behind the mirror as well. Octavio Dorillis, hero of Waterlane. So, I mean, I just... well, let's behold her, why not? Come on! Fuck me. I really can't behold this woman at all. Ambassador Ivskik Liverbin. Celestial, decayed solar. The light blinds you. Even among celestials, he is powerful. Seems out of place. Why would an ambassador of the Golden Horde be here? Why would this creature of such great and bright force even be here? It does not make sense. I can't examine her. Hey, you busy? How lovely of you to join us. The orc nods towards the shining beacon of a guest floating in front of the fireplace. You should speak with him. Okay. Can't interact with the other one. Hello. Let me go all the way around real quick. Enter the AR Trading Company, greets you with a blinding sight. A celestial being, wrought in radiant light. Ah, cleric, arriving exactly when I need you. This is Ambassador of the Golden Horde. The light reaches out to you as a voice forms in your mind. Do not fear the light. Ours is not disaligned. You are safe. Your stomach yells. The whole point of be not afraid business is sort of counterproductive, really. The proper greeting, title, bow your head. Ambassador. Cleric. The light flutters. Smells behind you, clearly uncomfortable. Careful, cleric. Side light, a woman stands draped in red. Is this the woman that hates me? Light reaches towards her. She bows her head to it. Yes, Ambassador. Lady Shamar? Yeah, I believe that's her. On the way, she throws you a stern glance. You again. Watch yourself, cleric. The light watches you. Yes. She's so rude. Once the ambassador's servant leaves, Vera lifts her chin, squinting. So we've been talking about some new projects on Waterlane. I mentioned how you helped getting the AFAs out to local entrepreneurs, and they... We know who you are, Ragun and Snell. The voice interrupts Vera, who immediately goes silent. The goblin jolts the mention of his name in his mind. He dares not look at the light. See, we're famous! Okay. The ambassador then turns to your companion. A goblin in service of the Dragon of Tolstad. You tread a clean path. You led the front during the Ice Bay Point operation. You stabilized the Whipped City Below expansion project on your first year of service. A goblin going against the grain to get results. You have been noticed. Attempts to glare at the light. He's sweating. Thank you for noticing. Light grows closer to you. You are special, Ragan. An exception. The Horde places attention on exceptions. That is what we do. What? Maybe don't call yourselves the Horde. That's like immediately sort of not like a negative connotation there. Oh, I think I forgot to interact with the fucking fireplace last time. God damn it. How am I special? You are the only registered cleric in the city who is not listed in the party of Norvik. Is because they didn't like you. Oh. Bureaucratic mess. You have a history of political violence. You have an innate talent for the esoteric arts. That was a false report. You did not enact any violence. The violence was enacted upon you by Earthguard's soldier. You have shown support of Reedsian ideologies in public writing multiple times. Yeah, your patriarch did not like that. Not one bit. Yeah, they only keep you around because you're still useful. Otherwise, all this bullshit hanging about, you'd be gone a long time ago. You are an anomaly, Ragn. What you have done here with Agent Vera shows more proof of that. Why are you paying attention to me? It is what we do. The Golden Horde wishes to extend a bond of service to you. You and Snell. A bond? A bond. A bond. The Golden Horde offers many opportunities for outside contractors. Addressed through the Rascani Reed's Trading Company, or ArtC, we would be very interested in building this potential relationship. This means, for you, well-paid positions of power, political ambitions, monetary security. In return, this means monthly communications with agents, occasional alternate goals as ordained by us, and eventually joining the Golden Horde's outreach program. Safety under the wing of the Horde. Okay, so join the ranks of the upper echelon so that I'm not swept up in the capitalistic buckshot mire grossness. Not a bad deal for the individual. Somehow I don't think Snell's gonna go for it, and I probably won't either. Until you're no longer useful. Yeah, funny that. This would be signing your soul away to a foreign power. If calculated, you could prove useful, but in the long term, it's foolish. You cannot read the Celestial. It is truly alien to you. The AR Trading Co. would, of course, cooperate on such a deal if you were interested, Cleric. We have deep ties with Golden Horde, as you can imagine. If this offer is this offer something you would be interested in, Ragn? May I think on it? Yes, you may. Perhaps we shall speak again on this in the future. Nothing about this has to happen right away. His response has been recorded. That is what we needed. We shall leave this for now. And while we are here, the offer is also extended to Snell. Yeah, I don't think he's going to go for that. Do you hold any interest in this deal? His eyes dart to you. Oh no, my bark skin! I can consider it. Your consideration has been recorded. He shrugs. Yeah, just politely vague answer to hopefully move along, and if pressed, politely decline. Thank you. To move on, several AFs have been signed on Tolstad. This is good work, Agent Vera. Oh, like I mentioned, the cleric's effort was integral in this success. I don't know about that. I gave it to a guy who probably doesn't give a shit, your next-door neighbor, and a woman who already signed it. And we continue in the coming days post-election. That is satisfactory. Not so many were positive about it. They'll come around. They always do. As to the content of these contracts, I have been informed of some changes. Changes? She did not like that. Uh-oh. What changes? Currently, the Accord has big incentive for the Reedsian investors. We wish to expand that to include those of the Golden Horde. I believe we spoke about this at the AFA also includes several loopholes and problematic elements that could interfere with Golden Horde's current and future blockades. The Clanlands. Yes, among others. If local businesses are able to trade freely via land as well as sea, that sounds like good things. To regions and states the Golden Horde deems sanctioned, in both more serious cases as Clanland conflict, as well as lesser situations of targeted tariffs, we cannot move forward. So you're the bad guy. Issues have been brought forth already with your owners, except several errata in the near future. It would have been good to see these comments before the election, as discussed. I apologize for the tardiness, but I assure you, this issue is entirely the fault of Artico. Ha! This guy just said, I'm sorry, but everything's actually your fault to her face. Those Celestials are hilarious. You. The rage. Agent Vera, this is above you. Above her rank. Clears her throat and straightens her outfit. Of course. Of course, Ambassador. Thank you for the heads up. The light turns back to you. The Golden Horde is interested in seeing economic prosperity in your city, Ragan. Ah, you're interested in profiting off our city. Got it. Agent Vera nods like she's going to explode. The first step towards that is handling the Clanlands. Yeah, I side with the hot halfling, so... Sorry, she's like a 9 out of 10. You're like a 7.5 out of 10. Numbers don't lie, my guy. Far too long, Norvik's ignored its halfling war criminal populace. Yeah, I agree. Do you know any? Because I only know non-war criminal halflings, which would be all of them. I ask you, Ragan, as cleric of the city, do you believe humans will choose prosperity over propaganda of the Clanlands? Here says nothing but throws you a glance. Her anger now fades, replaced by another expression. Her eyes are telling you this guy's a monster. Be careful. Stand by the Clanland, stand by the Golden Horde, stay neutral. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't like you, and I like the Clanlands. So, I'm curious, what should I say? Careful now. If you kiss his ass, he'll know you're an asset. If you're all halfling lovey-dovey, he'll know you'll never be one. Considering the weird tension here, that might not be a bad thing. If you antagonize him, you might be able to push back. Which is, if you do it correctly, might net you some points with Vera. Who cares about the halflings? Me. More importantly, while this guy is clearly not someone not to fuck with, if you push back in just the right way, I'm gonna stand by the Clanlands for now. They're our closest neighbors. Ominous. The light perceives you. The golden line is set. Halflings have shown themselves unable to accept this fact. We set the line to protect them, to create a lasting peace, since they refuse to comply with our reasonable demands. So often demands are reasonable. I hope you understand. Our most peaceful method of handling their terrorism is through sanctions. Cool. Agent Vera, you've been a valuable asset for many years, yet I sense frustration in you. That is not acceptable. Glares at the light. You make certain the Ashkani Reeds Trading Company fully complies with the AFA erratum. I wasn't aware erratum could be singular, but yeah, I guess that makes sense. It is a matter of Golden Horde security. Is not negotiable. It will be your highest priority as of now. Looks defeated. The orc is beaten. This is tense. Focus. The light guy is fast and precise, but you know he's bullshitting. It's instinct. Catch him on it. It's a dexterity. Advantage against bureaucrats. Snell played it safe. I mean, I guess I played it safe, didn't I? I have advantage and I only need a 10. Alright, it's not like I've had the worst night of rolling ever in all of my games of rolling dice in the entire history of my life. So, you know, advantage and I only need a 10. Let it ride! Fuck me! Fuck me! The Golden Line! The Horde and its invasion. Don't see how Warden couldn't be used as singular. It just never occurred to me it would be. Errata is how I usually hear it. You know he's bullshitting on some level, but what? No. No way you'll get it in time. You've been staring at him for like 3 seconds at this point. You gotta say something. Anything. What should I say? Just nice, calm, normal. Solve in a peaceful manner. You wanna be smart, stay neutral. Yell and break your ties with Freestriders. Fuck the Freestriders. I despise you both. Just be neutral. Good. Golden Horde is glad to be of assistance to your people, Ragan. Bastard begins to float towards the door. I will leave now. Thank you for your time. Radiant light. The streets of Waterlane. Here stands up, walking to the fireplace, leaning against the brickwork, and lets out a deep sigh. Good going. You handled it well. Don't mean to toss you in like that, but the ambassador insisted. That was horrifying. A bit, yeah. Let me tell you, you're not quite as owned by the Golden Horde as that sounded like. It's a functional cooperation. They don't exactly live out our libertarian values. Celestials do have a tendency for the authoritarian and supremacist. The orc looks at you, relief in her eyes. This, along with all the help the AFs, I owe you some type of reward, don't I? Oh! Ask for an advance. Hell, allude to some kind of payment for delivering the AFs. A reward? Ask her out. I mean, extended stream? Yeah. I want to finish this conversation and hit the bed. A reward sounds nice. It does, doesn't it? Glances around the room. Want to be sure to grant you full access to the rest of the facilities. You want to investigate the warehouse properly. But beyond that, we have the sword. Oh yeah, I saw that sword. It's called Katagat. She approaches the massive Zweihander. Places the sword in the grip. What happens if I stole that? Something curious. It curls up. It's a selective blade. Interesting. She moves her hand from the blade and it unrolls. A fickle weapon? Never heard of such a thing. It was purchased years ago from an excavation of reeds, old Arcanist cache, a post-war armory. It's Vorpal, extremely magic and perfectly metallic endurance with sharpness. It'll be worth half a fortune, somewhere up to 50,000 crowns, or not the fact that it refused to be used. Simply rolls itself up when wielded by anyone that way. Try it. Her grip also causes it to roll up. It's funny. However, I've had comments from upper staff that it's quite embarrassing to have spent money on it, so I've been tasked with making it go away. It's not the most useful weapon, but if you're interested, you can take it as a reward for your work. It's something magical, maybe sentient, considering the reaction. Scarf curls up and Vera doesn't notice, whispering in your ear. Blade is thinking. I'll take it! Great. Hands Vorpal. Glad to see it come into use. Just don't tell anyone where you got it from. Beyond that, I'll be sure to put in a word so you can work together post-election, since I guarantee you there'll be a lot of work to do. There's a high DC roll attached to stealing it, but it's doable. Yeah, I'm just wondering what happens if you... Because there was an option to steal it ahead of time. Got some paperwork to deal with. If there's anything else I can help you with, let me know. Bow your head. Alright, well... I'll equip the sword, since I think it's actually quite good, if I remember the stats. Here it is. Strength, Dex, and Wisdom versus my 2 Con and 1 Wisdom. Yep. Hey, my Strength's at a +1 now. I have no Con bonuses. My Charisma's through the fucking roof, but I'm happy about that. I was gonna give you the sword, but I've misplaced it. Here's some money. Oh, of course Noki knows. I can't wait to play this game with Noki over my shoulder in voice chat. Then she can tell me all the cool shit. Alright. Okay, before I wrap up for the night, I think I forgot to talk to this fucking thing. Yeah, what's this guy? A Mephit. Didn't your mother ever tell you it's rude to stare? It's just the bright fire. Fire lingers. Puffs of smoke. A Mephit! I'm sorry. Good, you know your place. I'm Tinnitul. Terrible to meet you. Lovely to meet you. Don't care. I'm in charge here, so don't do anything nasty or I'll port you to the Tusk Lady. Tusk Lady. Amazing. I hate these things. Alright. Bye, Spirit. Oh, that was interesting. Okay. It's 10 o'clock at night. I'm probably going to go back to the tower. I'll save the game here. Create new save. Back to tower and read. Tomorrow morning, I'll check out the warehouse. Well, I'll check the bar first. Get Snell and check out the warehouse. And as Noki suggested, try those apartments where Snell lives and not bumfuck nighttime. Anyway, I can interact with the new sword I got. Something else to do tomorrow. Well, Thursday. Love you all. Be good people. Talk to you later. See you around. This game rules. Good night, everybody.